everybody, and welcome to the Sam and Ming Show, the S&M show, broadcasting live from the home of the comic book men, returning next week, February 15th. Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. We're on the SModCo Internet Radio Network. My name is Ming Chen, sitting across from me, guzzling Rook coffee, is the beautiful, the talented, the purple headphone, Samantha Quintas, everybody. Samantha Q.
The completely unshowered, almost forgot I had to podcast this morning.
How could you forget?
I was really cozy in bed.
How could you forget?
I was really cozy in bed. That's how.
I know, but like I don't sleep nights before a podcast. It's like,
So you never sleep a day in your life?
I think it's pretty obvious if you follow my Instagram feed at instagram.com/mingchen37.
You'll find out that Ming loves women.
Women, yoga, coffee, food,
Women,
running,
running with women,
conventions,
walking with women,
yes,
stalking with women,
eating with women.
Yeah.
No stalking. Get out of here.
You've stalked women before.
I have not.
Yes, you have.
I was in my younger and more stupider days.
It was like last year when you and Mike Zapsik stalked Ming Na into a bathroom.
We didn't stalk her in a bathroom.
No,
we waited for her outside of a bathroom.
Yeah, that's
not stalking.
That's not.
That's
okay.
waiting. That's waiting patiently.
Yeah, that's not
for
okay.
Somebody that you want to meet.
Well, I forgot to set my alarm last night.
Okay.
So this morning, I usually never wake up past like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yes.
So and usually my cat wakes me up
Okay.
now at like 6 or 7.
Right.
So when I woke up,
God, I need a cat sound effect.
Yeah, you do.
I have to. Okay, that's coming. That's my job for the week.
So yeah, because I'll pretty much be talking about my my cat all the time.
Yes.
That sounded dirty. So usually he wakes me up. And so I woke up at like 9:10 this morning. And I was like, oh shit! I had your list, your outline, as a text message. I was like, oh man, like I completely forgot I have to fucking podcast. Like if I didn't have that text message, I would have completely like forgot. I would have just gone about my day.
Yes.
And played with Spencer.
Yeah. You can bring your cat here. We're a pet-friendly store. If people walk in with small dogs that don't like they're gonna look like they're gonna tear up the comics,
well, yeah,
we'll let him in.
I just want to get like a little like harness to put him on so he can't get far.
A leash?
Yeah, he walks on a leash. Yeah, he walks on a leash.
You can't put a cat on a leash.
No, he'll just lay next to me. But like, I just don't want him like running to the front of the store, then some asshole opening the door and my cat escaping into Red Bank.
Oh, okay. Has your cat tried to escape yet?
No, he doesn't really do much.
Yeah, I know your cat's very chill.
Yeah.
Very chill.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Brian Johnson's cat. Like
Yeah,
bursting
no.
through a screen
Yeah, no.
and running out into the wild. I noticed your cat's very chill. It's like, hey man, my food is here.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be overstimulated.
My bed is here. People who love me are here. Like, why am I gonna leave this?
Well,
Contrast that with.
That's sometimes like we'll be petting him.
Yes.
Or holding him, and he'll just be like, fuck this, like I'm done, I don't want to be overstimulated, and
Right.
he'll go like lay on the floor as far away from us as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's like not the kind of cat that needs like constant attention.
Okay.
He doesn't need to be played with like 24 hours of the day.
Okay.
He's much like me. Like, you know, he wants attention and he wants it on his own time, and when he's done with it, he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna go lay by myself.
That describes you to a T, my friend.
Exactly. And sometimes he gives me stink eye.
I saw a complaint on, I believe it was Facebook, or it was on one of the comments pages at smodcast.com. And it was like, I think it said, holy shit, Sam Q talking about her cat for an hour. It was a comment on our last show. Like, holy shit, she talked to the cat for an hour. Like, that was his complaint. And I was like, if you didn't like it, why did you listen for a whole hour? Why did you keep listening?
I'll raise him that and say, do we actually want Ming Chen talking about like women for an hour, or cars that he's owned
but
in
it
the
was
past
like, if you're
for an hour,
complaining
or
about
like
it,
yoga headstands for an hour?
if you're complaining that, I was like, oh my god, she talked about a cat for an hour. Like, why did you listen for a whole hour then?
Yeah, no.
Why did you,
I don't really feel sorry
okay,
for
that's
people like
that's rebuttal number one. Rebuttal number two, have you not listened to Tell 'em Steve Dave?
Yeah.
That's all Quinn talks about. He's got three cats.
3 cats.
It's gonna be more.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more.
Well, I did make it through the weekend without getting another cat.
Okay. Oh, right. You were gonna get another one.
Yeah, I will say that.
What happened?
I actually had to go see
was
my.
on
I
the
actually had to
docket.
go see my dog. This weekend.
Bailey, yes.
Yes.
You're rusty.
So for those of you who don't know, and for this follower of ours who's probably listening and thinking I'm going to talk about my dog for an hour, oh no. I have a little Westie.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Click.
Get off my plane. No.
So I have this little Westie, 5.5 years old, vicious as hell, adorable though, and she was a gift from an ex-boyfriend and my father for Christmas. When me and said boyfriend broke up, I retained the dog.
You retained custody. Okay.
When I moved out of my place, since I wasn't going somewhere that like I owned at first, my parents kept the dog, and my father kind of fell in love with the dog. Okay. So now I can't take the dog away.
Right.
Because my father will like kill himself, kill my mother, lash out irrationally. Any possibility where somebody's dead and my father's in jail.
Right. You thought about it though, right?
Yeah, like I thought about it, and originally we were gonna do I get her on weekends and stuff like that. It was just like too much, and Sayreville to Eatontown is like actually kind of like 35 minutes. So like I don't want to be driving 35 minutes like twice a week. Yeah. Usually I go see my parents like once a week, maybe every other week.
Yes.
So but my mother she calls me. Well, first my father calls me.
Okay.
And he goes, "There's something wrong with the dog."
Dun, dun, dun.
He's like, "Do you remember above her arm she had that little like pimple? Well, now it's like the size of a quarter, and it's probably a tumor, and we're probably gonna have to have surgery. The dog might die." And I'm like
what?
Okay, let me call mom because this conversation sucks.
Well, that sounds like a Walt Flanagan worst case scenario.
Like
there.
That's always my father, always worst case scenario.
Okay.
So so I call my mother, and she says, "I think it's a cyst." So we have to go.
No big deal.
So
cyst, bam.
So Alex and I drive up on Saturday because they were getting her an emergency visit to the vet.
Okay.
So I get up there, and we were meeting my parents at the vet since it's right on 18.
Okay.
And we were meeting my parents, and my father is in the parking lot. He's like pacing in the parking lot, and I'm like, "Well, where's mom and Bailey?" And he's like, "They just took them in. I can't be in there." And I'm like, "Okay,
seriously?
Alex, stay outside with my dad. I'm gonna go in." So we go in. I walked in at the same time as the vet, and
he's like a new father, man. Was he smoking a cigar?
Like almost.
Or cigarettes?
Like, he's so nervous that like anything bad will happen to this dog. So he's outside pacing. I go inside. So now I hadn't seen it since it had gotten so big. So before the doctor looked at it, I kind of looked at it a little bit. I like touched it. It didn't feel like a tumor. It felt like a cyst.
Okay.
So the doctor, and you could tell there was like a little growth. So the doctor moved the hair. We got Bailey in a muzzle because she bites.
Okay.
He moved the hair a little bit, and he applied a little pressure on the cyst, and it exploded.
Like really?
Yeah, it exploded like a gunshot.
Ew. Well, like was there like juice?
Blood everywhere.
Wow.
It shot out. It was projectile. It shot out. It was fucking gross.
All right, but.
I'm shocked.
Did you get hit? Did you get hit with shrapnel?
No, I was
shrapnel?
holding her the other way. I mean, like, I think he got hit a little bit, and I think the nurse got hit.
Yeah, but they deal with it every day.
I'm shocked. I didn't vomit. It was so disgusting. Like,
wow, so it's just like blood and like pus.
Blood and pus, like just explode. Like it looked like a bad when like somebody gets shot in a movie,
sure.
And like the little like. Whatever they call the little blood packet explodes.
Yeah, as a squib, yeah.
Squib, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Robert Rodriguez, 10-minute film school.
There you go. So the little squib explodes. Like it looked like a bad version of that. So wow. she had an infected cyst.
They charge you for that?
Yeah, $150.
Oh man, to go. Boop.
Well, no, he then he took like some like fucking stick and like jammed it in the hole to like burn it out or something.
Oh, he like cauterized it or something?
Yeah, and then he gave her an antibiotic. He injected an antibiotic
Holy
in her.
crap.
But yeah, no, she
That's like field surgery though.
Hell yeah.
Like
and then he had to shave her down at that spot, so now she has a little bald spot.
Okay, cone?
No cone.
No cone?
No cone.
Okay, I think cones are hilarious.
So we went back to my house and we were telling my parents about the cat because we hadn't told them that they have another grandchild.
Yes. Mike Zapsik in the house, everybody. Mike Zapsik. Say hello, Mike Zapsik. Thank you.
So we were telling them about the cat, and before I left, I noticed that Bailey's wound, it looks like a little gunshot, was oozing. So I tried to clean it, but she like bit at me. So yeah, exactly. So
it's like fine, you bleed out.
So my mother gave her a bath yesterday, and she said it looks much better.
Okay, so cyst exploded, messy as hell, but a million times better than a tumor.
Yes.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Not a tumor. So my dog is okay.
Okay.
We only have one cat as is.
Okay.
And that's that.
are the plans still in place to acquire another cat?
Maybe. I have off. I think I don't have off this week, and I think I have off next, one day next week.
You sound very non-committal on that. I think you should. You're gonna.
I mean, I like my cat. He's cool.
Yeah.
I just don't want his personality to change if there's another cat in the house.
Right. That's much like humans. Like, you ever go to a place and you're hanging out, and then maybe somebody else shows up and it changes the whole.
Yeah.
Changes the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like my cool cat.
It's like I'm sitting there, maybe we're having a drink or something, and then in the bushes you see Rob Bruce or Mike Zapsik creeping around.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's a little weird.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, or Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
That's even more weird.
Yeah, it's just a little weird.
It's wow, Brian left the house? Hold on. Wow.
He's looking for his cat.
Wow, this is weird.
Looking for his cat.
Can we give a little love to somebody right now?
Who are we giving love to?
Well, I got a box here right in front of me.
Oh, okay. I thought that we were doing that other thing that we're giving love to, and I'm I don't know if we should go from happy to
No. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll get to that.
Terribly sad.
I stopped by one of my favorite local businesses today. Picked you up a sugary treat.
You did.
This is from the Broad Street Dough Company.
I was just talking about how I went to go there the other day.
Well,
with you.
Yes. Or by yourself.
Yeah, well, I was going to go get a donut for my boyfriend because he's gluten-free.
Yes, and they have vegan and gluten-free options of vegan. It's called a Velugan donut.
Yes.
It's done very well. But there's a box right in front of you from our beloved Broad Street Donut Company. Open that up. Got a donut in there for you.
Oh my God.
And they're S&M donuts, which I'm going to post photos of now.
S&M donuts.
If you want to follow me at Ming Chen 37.
Oh my God, they smell like heaven and unicorns.
Yes, and
sugar.
Yes, and they smell like a Vanna White circa 1983.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So what donuts do we have?
So the white one with the crumblies on them is an Oreo donut.
Okay.
And the other one is called, I believe, the Mulberry Street, which is filled with cannoli cream.
Okay.
You take your pick, because I'm eating the other one. Or we can split. I don't have a knife, but, I'm not afraid of your germs. Or you can rip it in half with your bare hands.
I don't know if I can rip this cannoli one in half without
you do whatever you want. But this is from friends at the Broad Street Dough Company. And we were following each other on Twitter now. They were throwing us some love, the S&M show. They were throwing the Sam
I think I'm going to eat this one.
Some love. And
unless you want to eat half and half.
And see how it's red on the bottom?
Yeah.
It's red velvet, my friend.
Let's do half and half. You eat half and I'll eat
okay.
half.
As red velvet, my friend. I'm going to post a photo of this.
Oh, my
God. But they make their donuts to order, first of all. So they're super fresh. And if there's a little love, there's a little branding on there. It says S&M show on them.
This is like the best donut I've ever had in my mouth.
It's pretty awesome, right? So I met one of the co-owners last week. Her name is Des. Mm-hmm. You know what that's short for?
Desiree?
No, Desdemona. How awesome is that?
Holy shit.
How sweet. What a cool name.
Desdemona.
Desdemona is pretty awesome.
That's something that my sister should name her daughter if she ever has one.
Yes.
Has Desmond in it.
Yes. And yeah, exactly. And there's a girl who works over there. She's like the donut artiste. Her name is Maria. Oh my
God.
I was the first time I was over there, her and her husband watched this show, so she recognized me. We took a photo of me and her, sent it to her husband. Then I posted on Instagram.
That just sounds bad the way you said that. Like, we took a picture and sent it to her husband.
Yes, I know that sounds really bad. But, so I posted a photo on Instagram, and people mistook her for my wife. They're like, holy crap, is that Mrs. Chen? Is that Debbie Chen? No, it's not Debbie Chen.
I love it when people, see your pictures and they're like, is that Debbie? Is that Debbie?
Yes. But, and Maria's the artist. She also did the beautiful writing on top of that donut. So thank you, Broad Street Dough Company. I'm tweeting them right now.
Holy shit, this donut is amazing.
Are you going to eat all of that? You can if you want.
No.
All right.
I'm giving you your half.
All right, switch. Okay. Normally I don't eat on air, but...
Tough luck.
Yeah, tough luck. Sorry.
This looks messy.
Yeah, but messy's good. So that is cannoli cream.
Like
who puts cannoli cream in a donut?
These people, apparently.
Who?
I don't even know how to start eating this.
Just put your mouth around it. You look like a duck.
My God.
The donut's cut in half. They fill it with cream and they put the top half on. And they put more whipped cream on it.
Oh, my God.
And you bit on it and one end you look like a duck.
Thank you. That's attractive.
It was great. So follow them on Instagram, follow them on Twitter, Broad Street Dough Company. If you're here in the area, if you're visiting the stash, it's about
isn't there two locations?
No, just one. Just one. For now. I could see these blowing up.
Okay.
But
were they always where they are now, or did they move?
I don't.
I think they might have moved.
I believe they're wherever they are now for like 8 months. They've been there for 8 months. Okay. So thank you, Des. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Broad Street Dough Company, for these amazing donuts.
I was just saying how I need to stop eating donuts. Alex and I made gluten-free mini
donuts.
Yeah,
you made donuts the other day.
Yeah.
Little chocolate donuts.
Mm-hmm. It was so cute. I've had this donut maker for like years.
What's a donut maker?
It's how like now when you walk into like I don't know Boscov's or anything, you can get like tea kettles.
Oh
and,
right,
like,
waffle maker, quesadilla maker.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So they had a mini donut maker, and a few years ago I bought one. Like me and the kid I was dating, we bought one. We were gonna make donuts, and then we just never did.
An ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, another ex-boyfriend. This kid I used to date, as we say on Pizza Beer Revolution.
Yes.
So we bought it, and then we never made donuts. So one day we were at my house, and my mother was trying to like pawn off all the shit to Alex and I for our new apartment. Like, and we get to the donut maker, and Alex is like, "Oh, too bad you probably used this for donuts that had like gluten in it, and it's like contaminated. We're gonna have to like seriously scrub it." And I was like, "Actually, we've never used it before." And he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we made gluten-free donuts.
And how were they?
They were good. I mean, they weren't these.
So I'm a nice guy. I got one for your boyfriend. You know? As a powdered sugar vegan gluten-free donut. Let me know what he thinks.
I will.
You know what he thinks.
I'm gonna put this here for you.
All right, thank you.
Oh my god.
Wow, you killed that. You wolfed that down.
Holy shit, that was like amazing. I said this morning I was gonna stop eating terribly. Thank you for that.
Hey, I always got your back.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you're looking for a good influence for eating good, you're looking at the wrong guy.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah, if you're looking for a role model.
I'm looking at the wrong guy.
If you're looking for, we don't need another hero. You want a hero. This man right here. Mike Zapsik. We don't need another hero. He's right there.
Man.
Look at it. Freaking Arnold again. It's like an all Arnold show now.
Or you could say that it's, whatever that asshole's name from Scream, I'll be back.
Jamie Kennedy?
Jamie Kennedy, that's his name. Thank you. I forgot what his name was on the show, too. Randy? Randy?
Yes, let's just see. I haven't seen Scream in like forever.
Shit, it was like on TV a few days ago.
What's AMC? Is it? No, wait, that's Horror Week.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was on.
Are you a Scream fan?
I mean, I've watched them. I don't like scary movies.
At all?
No.
You don't like horror?
No.
Do they creep you out and you can't go to bed and you wet yourself?
Kind of. No, it's just more of like a actually I think it's like the music more so because like I can mute a horror movie and like watch it. Okay. I'll be fine. Like I can watch like blood, gore, destruction, but like it's the music that like amps me up.
If you hear the Exorcist score, you're like you're done.
Yeah.
Or like, Halloween.
I mean, okay, so not that we're getting there yet, but Walking Dead this week.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fuck you to all the writers out there because I totally didn't need that.
Were you traumatized?
Like I was like sobbing the entire fucking episode. Oh, okay. Like holy shit.
I thought you would have taken the other angle. I'm not. We'll see if we can dance around it, but
I'm not really a fan of that particular character.
Okay.
I was sobbing my fucking eyes out, but I think
I would have. Wow.
I think it was all because of Bear McCreary's score. He wrote this like epic score, and like halfway through when I was sobbing, I was just like, wait, am I crying because of what's going on, or am I crying because like Bear McCreary is moving me to tears?
It's probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
But as far as the plot line went, I thought I've not split. I would say 90% of people loved it, and I'm one of those 90%. Loved the episode. 10% hated it because they're like, am I? They took the cynical approach. Was I supposed to be moved? I wasn't. Did I? I didn't.
I was moved by.
I didn't care about this character. Nobody cared about this character.
Okay, so like no spoilers. Somebody dies.
It's Walking Dead.
Yeah, like somebody dies. Obviously, if you've been following Twitter and you haven't watched the show yet, you know that somebody got offed. If you've been following Twitter,
oh my god, can you believe they killed Daryl like this earlier? They didn't kill Daryl.
We So if you've been following Twitter and you haven't watched, you actually know who's dead because they've mentioned the character numerous times.
At least they didn't do it on East Coast time.
Assholes. So I didn't particularly care about the character. There are very few characters on that show that I actually give a shit about. I would say maybe like
yes,
1, maybe 2.
Okay.
So there aren't that many characters. So pretty much like if you're going to kill somebody on that show, I'm going to be okay with it because generally I don't actually give a shit about them. I would say that this character was one of the characters that I really could care less about. Very like not really on my radar.
Okay.
It was still like the saddest thing. And then they like the scene with the guitar and like that was totally uncalled for. That didn't need to happen.
Sure.
Like that didn't need to happen. It was all too like a little too fresh in our minds. We all watched like what happened last season.
Oh, okay.
And we saw that thing go down.
I can't remember. I'm sure we talked about it. Did that affect you?
Yeah, I was really upset about
Were
that
you?
one. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was really upset
about that. You're a lot not softer, but more sensitive than I thought.
Well, you know,
you were.
it's actually it's the storylines. It's not the characters.
Sure.
So, speaking about last season with Beth, I necessarily didn't really care about Beth as a character until Beth had a storyline with Daryl. And it was like this beautiful, moving storyline. So, like, had she not had that little thing with Daryl when she, like, got shot in the head, I would have been like, oh, okay, like, Beth is dead.
I believe that episode was called, like, something like 4 Walls on a Roof or something like that.
Something like that.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, that whole thing, like, made the storyline. But the character that died on Sunday night's episode, I actually really, like... The storylines I don't really care about. Sure. The interactions I don't really care about. But, like, the death was, like, all over the place. I was just, like, I was trying to hold it in. By the end, I was, like, sobbing uncontrollably. Like, fuck you. It was, like, it was Sunday night. I didn't need that on a Sunday night.
I thought it was an extremely well-directed and made episode. There are old characters that come back, which pleased me to no end. Which, you know, because I fell in love with them on the show, and some I've gotten to meet, which is cool, and I mean there were just little touches. There was a slow motion zombie killing scene, which I thought was amazing. And
was there?
Yes, they're coming through a gate, and and you see.
I was like, was there?
Well, yeah, there's you see Michonne chopping a zombie like a head off in slow motion, and it comes flying off through the screen, and there's like the blood spirals. And I guess it's all CG. Maybe it was practical. It was practical, then genius. But hats off to Greg Nicotero.
Yeah, no, it was a good episode. It was funny too because it was like a lot of references to obviously this is the kid from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yes.
And they were like, this is why everyone hates Chris.
Tyler James Williams.
I was like, dude, I actually love that character so much.
Yeah, plays Noah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yes. So, Polly, if you're not watching Walking Dead, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. It's like Tuesday morning. If you haven't watched it yet, then you're you're begging for spoilers.
Even in general, like you were the most cynical person. Like I won't. Yeah, like you're like I'm not gonna watch it. Everyone else is watching it, but you watch it and even when you do watch it, you're like that episode sucked. That episode. You go back and listen to our pods. Most weeks we come back and that episode sucked. I don't like where they're going.
Here's my thing with The Walking Dead. Like I just
yes.
They said it when Rick was talking to Michonne, and she's like, it's like 100 miles to Washington. I was like, oh, great. So here we go with another fucking season of them walking around, getting to a place, and then they're going to find out that place is like fucking tainted, or it's not perfect, or there's some like fucking manacle man controlling things, or there's a bunch of cannibals eating people. Like, so we're going to spend another season walking somewhere that's going to be a bust because, like, let's fucking face it, the world is ruined. Why don't you just gate in the fucking community you're in and make a place for yourself?
All right. Like, world's gone to hell. Everyone's turned into zombies. You're alive. You're good. And
I ain't trying to go to Washington D.C.
What are you gonna do? What do you do? I'm
gonna find like a fucking community that I could easily gate up and protect, and I'm gonna
that doesn't work though.
Yeah, but nothing works.
That doesn't work at all.
Okay, so
they've tried that.
They wanted to get to Terminus. Did that work out for them? No, they met a bunch of people who were psychopathic cannibals.
Season 2 of Herschel's Farm. No, season 3 of The Prison. No,
No.
it don't work.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is either is traveling somewhere because like they're going to meet weird fucking people who have weird end of the world brain disease that like want to be in power. They want to eat people or they want to do things. So why not, you have this group of people that you love. Yes. Why not just stick with yourselves and not go try and find other fucking psychos that are going to ruin what you got?
Well, wherever they've gone, people have gone psycho, so that you can keep moving.
I'm just like saying, like, so now we're gonna go to Washington D.C., where, like, legitimately speaking, some of the most fucking psychotic people work and live.
Sure. But then,
so they're gonna go to a town that's filled with fucking politicians. And
sure, but also backup plans, resources, scientists, possibly a solution.
And and people who aren't going to take Rick Grimes as the Rick-tator, and it's going to be a fucking problem.
Right. Well,
because he's going to get there, somebody else is going to be in charge, and there's going to be the shuffle of power because he's going to want to be him, and they're going to want to retain power. It's just going to be a disaster.
Right. Well, not to spoil anything, but you want them to find a walled-off city where maybe they can hang out and band together.
Yeah, like maybe they do in the comics.
You may be getting your wish. I'm not trying to spoil anything.
Like maybe what they do in the comics.
Not trying to spoil anything at all. But yeah, if you've read the comics, it's Anyways.
Although I will say this though, my heart did feel a little pang, and I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just a coincidence that it happened when they were outside the house and it was Glenn and Rick, and Glenn picked up a baseball bat as his chosen weapon of choice.
There was a little twang.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, Glenn and that baseball bat, and Alex was like, Alex goes, wait, what about Glenn and a baseball bat? And
I was like, never mind.
Never mind. We'll get there.
Yeah, never mind.
And he goes, I bet Glenn dies in this episode. I was like, no, I don't think Glenn's dying in this episode.
Glenn, Michonne, and Daryl, three, and Carol. They can't. Too early. Can't kill him yet.
And Rick.
I think they'd kill Rick.
I don't think so.
I
don't think Carl's at the spot where he needs to be for Rick to be dead.
No. I think you'll be seeing Carl for a while now.
Fuck, I really hate Carl.
I don't think you'll hate him for long, but that's just my feeling.
I'm probably gonna hate him the entirety of his time on that show. It's not so much him; it's more of his face.
You don't like Chandler Riggs' face?
No.
I bet you would change your opinion if you saw him in person.
I know I'm sure I would love his 17-year-old boyish good looks.
He's 15, but
even better.
No, well, I mean, granted he is 15, but he is kind of like that skinny, kind of
hungry looking
guy that you like. Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Got this mess of
I will say this though: when the zombie apocalypse comes around, I'm gonna be like my pick of men because everyone's gonna be skinny and hungry looking.
Right. He's got cool,
including the zombies.
Chandler Riggs got cool hair. His parents are cool. I mean, if that matters. It's funny is that when at the conventions when I meet young girls, they all love him.
Well, yeah.
He's their Daryl. Any girl, I think maybe 14, 15 and under.
Yeah, that's
freaking love him. It's great. I'm happy for him. I think it's great. And he's just kind of he's really cool and laid back about it. And he's got a really cool girlfriend too. Her name's Hannah.
Hannah,
yes.
Not Hannah.
No, Hannah, Hana. I met her in San Antonio, and then I just saw her recently in San Francisco. She's cool. She is also an actress. She's got 800,000 Instagram followers. She's pretty cool. Hannah Hayes. Follow her up.
Hannah Hayes. There you go.
If you're curious. Can I plug real quick?
Yeah.
Speaking of The Walking Dead, remember last week I was talking about possibly getting into Walker Stalker Chicago, which is on February 21st and 22nd.
Yeah.
At the Navy Pier in Chicago, and how maybe I hadn't been quote unquote invited, but I put the word out to the people who may be able to influence things like that, and I got myself in.
There you go. So
I'm going to walk.
You creepily invited yourself somewhere.
Not creepy, no.
So that you don't have to spend more time with your family.
No, it's just.
And you're completely selling out your other con buddies because you're going by yourself.
Well, hold on. I did ask if Mike could come as well, and as such, they said yes. Of course, you and Mike can come. You guys are invited. And I put the word out to Mike. Mike had to bow out. Unfortunately, his father is not doing well. So, hopefully, well, I think it's imminent. Sadly, so hats off to Dr. Zapsik.
Dr. Zapsik.
he's still with us, but he's an old dude, and he had to deal with Mike. Like that's got to take a toll.
Oh no, I think that was probably like a cakewalk for him.
Mike?
Yeah.
Mike's actually got 5 brothers too, so I'm like, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's too many kids.
Yeah, but I mean, I can barely deal with Mike. Can you imagine dealing with 5 of them? 5 Zapsik? 5 Mike Zapsiks?
5 Mike Zapsiks.
Yeah, it's tough. It'd be tough. So, unfortunately, he couldn't come, and I didn't even ask about Brian. Like Brian can take care of his own shit. So if you're wondering why Mike and Brian aren't coming, it's just me. You can go one of 2 ways. 1, they couldn't make it, or 2, nobody, they just wanted me.
Yeah, no, they couldn't make it.
I'm more prescribed to the second theory. It's like, yeah, they just wanted me,
Fair enough. So.
Brian who? Like, I'm kidding.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
You're gonna get yourself some.
Listen, it's much funner when those 2 come because we're a group, we're a team, we're the comic book men. If I had my dream, it would be all 5 of us with Kevin.
Yeah.
Doing cons at one table. Oh man, we would clean up too. Not that I do things,
Joseph Poole at JoeCool314 said, "I thought the same thing about Glenn and that bat." That is just terrible that we all thought.
They put a lot of little things in there. But
no one wants to remember that moment.
Greg Nicotero, the guy who directed the episode, guy who does all the amazing Walking Dead effects. He did it. That was totally on purpose. That is nothing happens on that show accidentally.
I would hate to think.
Totally
on purpose. Obviously, everybody on that show is going to die eventually. Like, there's no chance that this is ever going to end happily. But like, I would hate to think that some of the deaths that people have in the comics, I would like to think that the show is going to take a different turn.
I believe
because
so.
I would like to think that there are certain characters that are more popular than
there's certain characters are untouchable right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Like there's like 2 or 3 characters on that show that you can't touch,
sure.
And if you do, you're gonna lose people as followers. Right. So I mean, to say that Daryl Dixon is bringing the sex appeal on that show is 100% accurate.
Sure, he's not alone though. He's not alone. But
who else do you think is bringing sex appeal?
Andrew, guy played Rick Grimes.
No, I don't think he's bringing sex appeal.
Chandler Riggs to the young,
Okay, Chandler Riggs, the young people,
the young
obviously.
Women. Stephen Yeun, definitely as a, and hats off to him. There are sexy Asian characters on TV. I'm not included in that.
I was gonna say, are you trying to like hint that you're included in this?
Unfortunately, but you know what though, you laugh.
Sexiest Asian on TV right now. Sexiest Asian on TV right now.
I mean, who is there? There's Stephen Yeun. There's me.
Girls, not guys.
Oh, females?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Ming Na from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nah. Grace Park.
Grace Park from?
She's on, she was on Battlestar, but she's on Hawaii Five-0 now.
Oh, okay. With Daniel Day Kim still in Hawaii Five-0? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll give it to him too.
Yeah, he's a pretty good looking Asian.
Yes.
Yeah, I like him. He's got that tall, nice face structure.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so this isn't all Walker Stalker. I'll be joined by the Walking Dead cast in Chicago, obviously. But I'll be joined by 2 members of the TV show Face Off, which you were a big
Which
fan
ones?
of. Let me check because I only know a couple of them, and I don't watch.
Are they like the contestants or are they the judges?
They are contestants, I believe. You let me know. Let me pull up the guest list here.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking know their names.
Oh, maybe you will.
Maybe.
I
only know like the winner from last year.
Dina Simarusti.
What does she look like?
She's short hair. She in the picture she's got a big flower pin in her head.
Brown hair.
Brown hair, yes.
And she's got like a very like oval face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her.
Okay. And,
she was on last season.
Okay, and J. Anthony Kosar.
Nope, don't know that guy.
Okay. So if you're a Face Off fan, but what's got me excited for the first time? Well, not for the first time. This many people, cast members from Lost.
Yes.
The TV show Lost.
Yes, that has me excited because you're going to find a way to, maybe put one of them in your suitcase and bring them back with,
Sure.
As like a wedding present for my sister.
Harold Perrineau?
Who's that?
Michael? Guy who played Michael?
No,
not Harold Perrineau? Okay.
I like him.
Just announced, though, cast member Mira Furlan, which you may not be familiar with, but you will be familiar if you watched Lost, the name Russo.
Oh! Russo. I liked her. I liked her daughter better.
Yes. What was her daughter's name?
Don't fucking know.
I can't remember now.
I don't know. I'm sure it's something that my sisters consider naming her son.
Yes. But the first time you hear those numbers, it's her voice.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Russo, badass female character.
She was a little batshit crazy.
Wouldn't you be if you were trapped on the island and for, I don't know, what'd you say, 16 years or something?
Yeah, but it wasn't really 16 years.
I know, but in her mind it was. So wouldn't you have... She
was dead! They were all dead!
Thanks. Spoiler alert for sure that...
They were all dead!
When did that show end? 2008 or something like that?
Something like that.
Hello, spoiler alert. 7 years. Hello.
It's still trying to make sense.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. Now, we're also going to Walk Starker Dallas. All three of us this time.
Yes.
And also they're bringing back Lost alumni. Just announced Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah.
Who played Jin. Yes, Jin, not Sun. Jin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole joke now is, oh, great, you add another Asian to confuse everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be like three Asian people at one con. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Me, Steven Yeun, and Daniel Day Kim. We have to get a picture together. That'll be fun, right?
2 of the hottest Asians on TV.
And me.
And a tag along.
And a coattail hanger.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, at least I got coattails to hang on to.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but before, one more word on The Walking Dead. Posted a photo up on Instagram on mid-season premiere day. I don't know if you saw it. It's me. It's a picture of me standing in the middle of a large group, and it's basically all the cast members.
Yeah, it's all the cast members and Ming Chen.
And we're all dressed up. We look awesome.
Yeah, I was like, why is he in this photo? He is not on that show.
Was that your first thought?
He's not on that show.
It's literally me and
all the cast members.
All the cast members. And it was from the AMC, it was from an advertising party. It's called the Upfronts from almost a year ago. And I have the biggest smile on my face.
Probably because you're grabbing somebody's ass.
Who am I standing? Andrew Lincoln's ass? Probably. I'm standing next to Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrero, who plays Michonne.
Well, there you go.
Grabbing her ass?
Yeah.
I think she's grabbing my ass.
Maybe.
So that's why I was smiling.
I think she's definitely more man than you.
Oh, that's for sure.
Definitely.
For sure. But, what an unlikely scenario, though.
Yeah.
I mean, not maybe, maybe at this moment, maybe not so much.
But a few years
think
ago,
back, maybe even 3 years ago, holy crap.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know how these things happen.
So now you guys come back next week.
We do.
This week.
We're now traditionally we come back when Walking Dead comes back. We didn't come back when Walking Dead came back
because of Better Call Saul.
They premiered Better Call Saul.
Now, did you watch it?
I did.
I did not.
I know you refused to watch it.
I refused to watch it.
You refused to watch it. Based on what? Why are you not watching?
Well, it's funny too because Andrew Ogle actually asked me. He goes, "Did you watch Better Call Saul? What did you think of it?" And I was like, "No, I have absolutely no interest in watching it." As I've stated numerous times, I have absolutely no interest in watching it. I can't wait till that show fails. Which everyone's like, "Oh, it's already got a second season," and that to me is just fucking dumb because The River was a better show, regardless.
I'm sorry, The River got canceled.
Just saying, I'm still holding on to it 5 years later. So
they do bring stuff back, so it's
they're
never too late.
They're not bringing The River back.
It's never too late.
So
they brought Family Guy back. They brought Futurama back.
I'm just saying they're not bringing The River back, regardless. So I didn't watch it, although I was watching when The Walking Dead started. I paused it. Mm-hmm. Because we were making dinner. Yes. And then, so I caught it about 10 minutes in, and then I was fast forwarding, blah, blah, blah. We paused it a few other times. We went back a few times.
Skipped the comic book went commercial. It was F this.
Exactly.
Oh, watch this.
So, when I got to live TV, and I hit, at the end of the episode, I hit live TV.
You were 10 minutes into Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I was 10 minutes in, and it was at the scene where he leaves the courthouse, and he goes to the toll plaza, the toll guy, and... The voice, I knew it instantly on the voice who it was.
Sure. $3, please.
Exactly. I knew the voice instantly. And I watched Breaking Bad. So the fact that I don't watch Better Call Saul is very mind-blowing to people. But Saul was the worst part of Breaking Bad to me. He was whenever he was on the show.
Serious? All right.
Yeah, well, I wanted to watch some serious fucking drug deals go down and some serious fucking shit going down. I didn't want to see Saul and I didn't want to see Skyler. Those were the two fucking people I hated on Breaking Bad.
Come on, man. Let's give it a little comic relief here.
So,
laser tag.
No spoilers.
Laser tag.
No spoilers. Okay. But the character that was collecting the toll was somebody from Breaking Bad.
Yes, they've
So
shown it on the.
presumably,
I think they've shown it on the commercials. It's Mike.
Okay,
It's Mike. They showed it on the commercials.
it seemed to be a shock for everyone on Twitter.
Mike Ehrmantraut is on this show.
So you kind of see the first meeting of Saul and Mike, and it kind of like I was kind of floored. Like I was just like, wait, what? Because Mike is dead.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. Like, sorry, they kill him in fucking Breaking Bad.
Right.
Like he's dead.
Yes.
So presumably the show is either taking place at the same time as Breaking Bad or before.
It would be the latter. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
you didn't stick with it then?
No, I didn't stick with it.
You're
so
like,
it was fun.
click.
It was funny too because Alex was like, "Oh well, I think he wanted to watch it." He was just like, "Do you want to watch it?" Like Mike's on the show. He didn't watch Breaking Bad, but like he heard me say Mike, and I was just like, "No, I don't want to watch it." And he goes, "Really? Like you don't want to see like where this goes?" Was like, "It's gonna go nowhere. I don't really care."
Was he fuming?
Who?
Your boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
You changed the channel. We started playing like I don't know, Red Dead Redemption or something.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ah.
Nice. You guys game together.
Yeah.
You guys shoot each other in the head.
Well,
together.
we obviously just beat Grand Theft Auto, and what he does is he does all the shooting missions because I don't like shooting people with fake guns.
Right.
I stick to real guns. So I drive the car.
Okay.
So in this one,
you drive the car and you find the secret whatever. Isn't there that like secret code where you can get down and like isn't it called hot coffee? Where you can get down with like the prostitutes or something.
Oh well, you just have to pick up a prostitute. You don't have to like use like a code.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't play GTA.
Oh yeah, no, you just have to go find a hooker and pick her up, and then you like fuck her in your car.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's hot coffee.
So
okay.
So with Red Dead Redemption though, I didn't know that you ride a horse.
Yes.
I'd never played the game before, so everyone knows that I love Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, you like riding horses.
I like riding fucking horses in video games. So sure enough, he put on Red Dead Redemption. I just rode the horse around.
Wow, and that's $60 well spent, my friends. $60 well spent.
One day he'll just take me horseback riding, but until we get to that,
is this lame? So I got I can't remember. I told you I got a PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
it was a Christmas present.
Yeah, from AMC.
Yes, I don't know what to do with it. Like I literally. It's so.
Give it to your kids.
No, I did that. I just like, okay, I want to go out and buy a game now, like, or I can download a game. It's overwhelming, is what I'm saying. Okay. I'm sorry, I sound really old right now, but I am used to. You pull out the cartridge, you blow on it.
Yeah, no, I'm used to that.
You turn it on. There's an A button. There's a B button.
There's like select and start and an arrow thing.
And an arrow where you can move 4 directions. This is what I'm used to. Now
it's like 2 thumbsticks, like a little direction thing,
a D-pad, 4 pads on the top.
Yep, and
then there's
4 buttons,
and 4 buttons, and now there's a freaking touch screen.
Yeah,
in the middle.
Yeah,
and the two whatever those are buttons too because you can press them.
Well, it was funny too because we were playing after we finished playing.
Like somebody give me some help here if you're listening on Twitter. I need some help. Like what should I get?
After we finished playing, or we played Red Dead Redemption for a little, we were playing LA Noire. And so he was playing it, and I was like, oh, give me it. Like, he was going to make something, and I was like, I'll play it. And he goes, well, this game is, like, a little weird. Like, this thumbstick controls his bottom half, and this one controls his top half. Right. So you can't move this until you move this. So I was like, I'm sure I could learn how to, like, I could figure out how to walk a character. Okay. And, like, sure enough, like, no matter which way I walked, like, his body, like, was trying to go a different way.
That's messed up, man.
I'm like...
I'm used to, like, RC Pro-Am. Yeah. Or there's a game, Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah,
I was a Tecmo Bowl champion, by the way. Anybody out there remember Tecmo Bowl? There were 2 awesome players, Bo Jackson, Lawrence Taylor. That's all you need to know. All the other teams sucked, and it was literally like you had like 3 receivers. You could run, you could pass.
Yeah,
that was pretty much it. Now, like I downloaded an NBA 15 demo. I'm like, all right, I'll try this out. Basketball.
It's like hard.
And it's like, all right, to do a layup, you literally have to hit like 18 buttons to do a layup.
Yeah.
A layup, a freaking layup.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It's like 18 buttons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened to like NBA Jam? Like, he's on fire. Boom, shakalaka. What happened to that?
Well, now
they don't have that anymore.
Now it's a little more complicated. I will say this, though. Alex has been considering getting an Xbox One for quite a while now, trading in his Xbox 360, or even just moving the Xbox 360 to like the bedroom and having the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And I keep telling him, like, it's so much money still. Like, they really haven't lowered the price. And even to get get like a refurbed one.
It's so much
It's
money.
like almost expensive as a new one. But so he's been like really like, I just want to do it. I just want to do it. I'm like, no, let's like save our money, like whatever. So there, one of my favorite games that I played on Super Nintendo was a game called Maniac Mansion.
I remember Maniac Mansion.
So for those of you who haven't played Maniac Mansion, it's very pixelated.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of kids, like I don't know, I guess it's like a spacecraft crashes into this mansion or near this mansion, somewhere by it. And so I guess like a girl gets kidnapped and like her friends go to help her. And when they're in the house, like they're walking around the house and there's the mother who's like a crazy mother, the father who's like a scientist, and their like weird son. And then like some of these like aliens walking around. And if any of them catch you, like they send you to the dungeon or they kill you.
Okay.
But like you have to like go room to room and like get things. So like in this room you found a cassette tape. Like what is that cassette tape good for? Oh, I don't know, but I'm going to take it anyway.
Yeah, I might need it later. And then sure enough, you need it
Sure
later.
enough, yeah, like you need to put somebody to like an alien to sleep, and you know there's like a radio, and you put the cassette in and it plays. So you know it's one of those kinds of games. And so we go into the Xbox home screen the other day, and there's this thing for like a trailer for a game, and like I fucking forget the name of the game now. All I know is that like if you play the game Limbo, it's all in black and white tones. It's a very creepy little game about this kid who he's trying to like walk through. It's basically Limbo.
Yes. It's purgatory, limbo.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like walking through there, and there are like spiders that will like puncture him through the chest, or sometimes he gets like cut in half by like these weird things, and you have to like figure out a way. Yeah, you have to figure out a way to like get around these obstacles. But usually you die a million times first. So, very similar to that. It's all black and white tones.
Yes.
But it's this guy walking through a house, and like they're just showing you the trailer of this guy walking through the house, and it's like he sees things that he may need later.
Right.
But like in the background, and since it's just like a trailer, you'll just see like a shadow go by or like a little blob go by, and you don't know what it is. And so to me, it's like the updated Maniac Mansion. Like I played that game as a kid. I need this game now. I was like, download this game. It's for Xbox One. So I looked at Alex. I was like, we're going to the mall tomorrow, and we're getting an Xbox One.
We're going to freaking GameStop. I don't care.
And he was just like, look at you. Like
we're getting the freaking.
You keep telling me like, wait. It goes, the minute there's something that you want on there, you're ready to like sell the Xbox.
We're gonna get the freaking the Call of Duty edition. Like pay extra $100 for that. And we're getting. So wait, did you get it?
No, not yet.
It's a lot of money, dude.
But I was like, dude, like obviously I got rent to pay. Obviously I got like car bills to pay. But like the first time I get enough money with like my brand new spanking job, I'm like going out and buying the Xbox One. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, and then, like they got cameras now, so like your video game, like it's watching you. Yeah, it'll record you.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So on the PlayStation, there's this. I guess it's built in this thing where it's on the camera and all these little robots appear. You can kick them and shit. I don't know if you saw that. I can't even remember what this thing is called, but it's pretty cool.
No, we have like ours has like the Connect with it.
Yeah.
And like so when we turn it on, we're like Xbox app. So now we can actually be lazy.
You can talk. Yeah, you talk to
now
it.
we can actually be lazy enough to not reach 2 inches to get the remote and scan through.
It's kind of cool. You can use the Force, like put your hand down, and, like move shit around. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
It'll log you in by recognizing your face. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy and Big Brother-esque, but
it's fine. Will Wilkins has chimed in. Everybody, Ming, simplify your life and send the PlayStation 4 to your old buddy Will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you simplify it? I'll take it and I'll trade it.
Everyone wants my PlayStation 4
I'll trade it in for my Xbox One.
Yeah, no.
Awesome.
No, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Michael Gaines has chimed in. Destiny is pretty good. The game Destiny. So
Andrew Ogle chimed in that Longmire is better than Twin Peaks. I watched like one episode of Longmire, and that show put me to sleep in like 5 fucking minutes.
Okay.
Like I'm so sorry that
Twin
you
Peaks
like that.
coming back, man.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks. Log Lady. Black Coffee.
Maggie, Amon Ra said Maggie Q, sexiest Asian on TV. I'll actually agree with that. Like,
cheers to that. Cheers to Maggie Q.
Cheers to Maggie Q.
No, I have not.
Fucking Bond girl.
I've not worked with Maggie Q, but my good buddy, and the man who signs my paychecks, Kevin Smith, has worked. Well, they were in the same movie. They didn't work in the same scene together, if I remember correctly. Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah.
But I saw her at the premiere party though.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to her.
Well, I was to say, Gary W. Moore Jr. said the Lost People weren't dead until the last season. Awesome to know. I still have no idea what the fuck's going on that show.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk about your new gig? I don't know how much you can talk about it.
It's funny. I did have to watch something about like a social media disclosure, and like you can't put out like any of our numbers and this and that. I think
okay. You wouldn't.
Yeah, no. I was like, why would I fucking do that? No one would even know what they mean. Yeah. So I'm
everybody, we rocked our Q4 numbers today.
Yeah,
like I don't.
Yeah, I don't think people even know what that means.
Saw you putting that.
I've left the world of yoga pants.
It's a moment of silence for that. Okay, good enough.
I still have like tons of them though, so
sure.
Don't worry, I'll still be wearing them.
Okay.
And I'm making enough money that I could buy them at Lululemon again.
Fair enough.
So I started working at Eddie Bauer.
Yes.
I'm the assistant manager.
Okay.
And so I'm the ass man.
The ass man.
I'm the ass man.
Ass man.
So Sunday was my first day.
Okay.
And you asked me how my first day was,
yes.
and well, my second day I was reading so much like of policy and procedure. I was literally just staring at a computer screen and like a book, just like reading.
Okay. Well, you got to know these things.
My first day though, I was watching videos, and I did watch one sexual harassment video. Obviously, it's like required.
Well, all right, so these are employee code of conduct videos, procedure.
Well, only one was. The rest of them, this is like what I found very interesting when you said that. One of them, it was just like videos about Eddie Bauer. So, like
Eddie Bauer is a real dude?
Eddie Bauer is a real dude.
Is he alive?
No.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Okay.
Eddie Bauer created his company in 1920.
Okay.
And he is actually responsible for like the first down jacket. Like Eddie Bauer kind of invented down.
Wow. Okay.
So he made it. Obviously, the World War I was going on at the time, and he made. You know how they had leather bomber
1920?
jackets? Yeah.
It was over, wasn't it? Or
yeah.
Tail end. Okay, tail end.
Yeah, tail end. So
Fair
what
enough.
I'm saying was he created the jacket during the war, basically.
Ah, okay.
So you know how like leather bomber jackets that like flight people wear?
Yes.
My father has one. A lot of companies, when I worked at Athleta, we had like a bomber jacket that was down, and we had a bomber jacket that was like just regular.
Yeah, like the war pilots wore them.
Exactly.
Someone had the shearling collars, whatever.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. So Eddie Bauer saw that, and he took, instead of like leather, he made it a down jacket.
Yes.
So it was a down bomber, basically. And that's how he made Eddie Bauer. And so I was watching videos about that. I was also watching videos about, obviously, when I forget his first name, Whitaker was doing his ascent on Mount Everest.
Okay.
He called Eddie and said, like, I want you to fit my team with the best down and the best camping supplies and, like, you know, hiking and trekking supplies. And so that's kind of where Eddie Bauer has a line called First Ascent.
Ah, okay,
that
that's
came
cool.
from all of it is tested by like mountain guides who like climb Everest
Right.
and climb K2 and
Okay,
climb
so
all
this
these
is field tested
stuff. So I was watching all these videos about field testing. I was watching all these videos about how to properly fit somebody for like a pack.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was watching, and a lot of stuff about the product. So it was a lot of pictures of like
so
people like hiking and people skiing and
Right.
people like doing all this shit.
like
So,
adventuring.
Exactly.
You're
So-
sitting in the back
so-
of a concrete room.
Yes.
Like,
So
wow.
by the end of the day, I text Alex, and obviously this was Sunday, so we went home and watched The Walking Dead.
Yes.
But I told him, I was like, all I want to go home and do is watch Vertical Limit with
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
O'Donnell. I
Yeah,
want to
and-
watch like a shitty movie about somebody
Right.
climbing a fucking mountain.
That is a very good shitty movie about climbing a mountain. A good movie about someone climbing a mountain. Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger's good. Well, that's why I wanted to watch something shitty. I wanted to watch something newer.
Yes.
Because like half the time, if I recall correctly, he's like climbing in like a t-shirt and shorts in the middle of like the fucking snow.
Sure.
So I wanted to watch something where people were wearing fucking gear.
Oh,
They had like
okay.
ice picks, and like I was just in it.
Vertical
I was
Limit.
in it.
Vertical Limit don't have Michael Rooker in it though, or John Lithgow as a bad guy.
It's
That's
true.
Awesome.
It's true.
Cliffhanger, very underrated movie. I know, and I'm no Rennie Harlan fan, but that
No.
and Die Hard 2 are
I always liked Cliffhanger. I was always, when I was a kid, I used to watch that movie like all the time.
so good.
So I
good.
watched all sorts of videos about people like, you know, I don't even know, like I said, the winter videos obviously were like them trekking in the snow, skiing, saw a lot of that. The new spring videos were like more like hiking the, you know, Grand Canyon and
Right.
like, you know, coming in on like a fucking water boat and like, you know, diving in the water, and then so everything was adventuring.
All right.
And then
so do people go in there to like gear up though?
I don't know.
Like I do appreciate how they have kept to their adventuring roots.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like you think Eddie Bauer's like, all right, I'm going to it's a mall store.
Yeah.
And you buy clothes. I thought of more clothing.
Yeah.
And,
they do have gear. As I learned this week, we have our own line of shoes.
Okay. Can I go in there and like buy a carabiner?
Yeah.
And not one of those like, not one that has a Michelob logo on it. Or a Marlboro logo on it. Like one that actually holds my weight.
You would still probably want to go to like EMS for like a carabiner and rope and this and that. They have like a lot. And I mean, depending on what kind of store it is, obviously the stores that are like, probably like the Boulder store and
like their flagship.
Yeah, so their flagship store is in Seattle. So like, obviously stores that are closer to mountains probably have more of that. But like, the packs that we sell
here in Shrewsbury, New Jersey.
Yeah, but like
not so much.
The pack that we're selling is like the pack that the guy like climbed, K2 with.
Okay.
So like, I mean, we do have stuff like that, but at the same time, it's more like clothes now.
All right.
But like, like we had women come in this week and they're like, "Oh, I just need a jacket because it's cold out." And I'm like,
okay.
Oh, well, this jacket's been approved to like climb up Mount Everest."
Right.
And she was like, "I don't fucking care." And I was like, "Awesome."
Okay, good. Well, you should care because some guy almost died to bring you this jacket. Okay, I sent use ice picks.
So yeah, no, it's going good. It's definitely a big departure from where I've been.
Sure. Sure.
It's like, I mean, it's jeans. It's not as, I'm trying to think of like the word, as popular clothing as I'm used to selling. Like, I mean, yoga pants pretty much sell themselves.
Sure.
And especially like the athleisure kind of look sells itself right now. Like Eddie Bauer, they're kind of trying to recreate their image to be more.
Well, on the other hand, I beg differ. I think they're very popular. They're so popular. There's a store in every mall.
Well, they are very popular. No, I
mean, we just don't hang around. Maybe learn from the videos. Did they what's the mainstream? What's the target audience for an Eddie Bauer store? Like, I mean, well, here
I would say like 30s.
Okay, 30s.
They had late 20s, and up. Like, obviously, they're not hitting all the bells and whistles that Lulu's hitting. Well, but they're also not charging as much.
Lulu's on its own planet. Let's be honest.
Like,
like the whole yoga thing.
And that's reading that article about Chip Wilson and how he was climbing the grind in Vancouver and this and that. Like,
founder of Lululemon, kind of a weird guy,
kind of a fucking dickhead. I can say that now.
You don't work there, but he did build $1 billion empire on in yoga pants.
Yeah, and then almost ripped it down piece by piece.
Says some wacky stuff, but he has been very
innovative.
He says
some wacky stuff, and he continues to. The article ended with him staring at a girl's ass and saying, "It's my job."
You want to read this article? Search Chip Wilson Lululemon. Yeah. It's a good article. It's a good article.
Yeah, it's all about how he's
it's entertaining.
That's for sure.
It's entertaining.
So it's definitely it's a departure from where I've been. It's something that right now I feel uncomfortable in, just because like obviously I'm new to it. Like there is like a lot of technical things to learn. Not unlike when I started at Lululemon, where I mean pretty much everything there. Like you need to know the fit, the feature, the fabric, the fun.
Well, that's how
and they come out with new product all the time.
That's how they make their bucks, though. And that's how that was your job.
Exactly. So I mean, whenever you start on a new job and you're uncertain about the product and you're uncertain about the policies, it just takes time. So I was sitting on the floor yesterday and somebody walked in. She's like, "Can you help me?" And I was like, I'm going to be totally honest. It's my first day. I probably can't help you much.
I'll do my best.
But I was like, I could walk around the store with you and talk to you. I was like, I've been in the back, and it made me think of you. I was like, I've been in the back reading procedures all day. Right. I was like, so it's good to see somebody like living. And she was like, she goes, what makes you think I'm living? I could be like the Walking Dead over here. She was an older woman. And then I laughed, and she goes, do you watch that show? What a terrible show. Who wants to see all that gore? And I was like, I'm not even going to bring up that I have a best friend who is like practically on the cast.
Oh, hey,
So, but no, I mean, it's been good. I love all my coworkers.
Most importantly, yes.
Yeah, I love them all.
So let's get to the sexual harassment video. Was it long? Okay.
No, it was like 5 minutes.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah. I had to read obviously about a zillion policies about it. And it's all saying the same thing. There was actually funnier. My training for sexual harassment at Athleta was a little funnier. They give you it's this 30-minute online test you have to take, and it gives you a scenario. It tells you the policy, then it gives you a scenario, and then it gives you multiple choice, and you have to pick which best is And we called it the Bill and Laura training because all the rest of them were kind of like normal, all the scenarios. But there was one scenario that was like, Bill is a manager at a store and Laura is one of his associates. And, you know, the team goes out to celebrate something like, you know, for dinner or something and to celebrate. And, you know, Laura goes to leave or something. I forget what it is. Laura goes to leave and Bill says like, oh, well, why don't you and I stay out a little bit longer? Or like Bill makes some like move on her, whatever it is. And the multiple choice, the first one was like, Laura should just go home with Bill because it'll better her career. And I was just like, man, I want to click that so bad.
Yeah, because it's obviously the right answer.
Obviously, Laura should go home and sleep with Bill because it'll further her career. Yes. So we used to call that the Laura and Bill training.
Yes.
But no, Eddie Bauer's been very normal so far.
All right, so the word sugar tits.
Sugar tits did not show up.
Were there any like cheesy reenactment videos? Like,
yes, a lot of it's like role playing. Like the loss prevention ones are all like this like very bad role playing.
Okay.
You know, so obviously when you go to any job, you have to do this.
I wish it would make them more entertaining.
Oh yeah, no.
It's so
like I
dry.
said, I really loved all this stuff about, you know, watching people fucking ski, and obviously I've never been skiing or snowboarding.
Well, I mean that's entertaining, but like the cheesy reenactment is like, no, don't grab her ass.
Yeah.
Like there's a big red X. Like, do not. In this situation, it would not be appropriate to grab her ass.
People so obviously like stealing. And, like, you know, putting something in their bag and, like, somebody standing right there. And then you have to walk over and be like, oh, well, you know, like, do you have any questions about these shirts? Because you can never just accuse somebody.
What's the procedure? You
can never accuse somebody. It's just a retail policy.
So how do you
have to
how do you catch them stealing them?
This was the same at Lululemon. This was the same at Athleta. If you think somebody's stealing, obviously you can't accuse them. If you see them stealing, you can't accuse them. You can't chase them out of the store. So you have to kind of kill them with kindness. So say
that's gonna work.
Say I was at Lululemon and somebody walked in, and they like told me, oh, I have 6 items, but I noticed they had 7 and they had like a bra.
Yes. For the dressing room. Okay.
Obviously, they're trying to steal an item if they're telling me they have 6.
Dressing room's a very big hotbed for shoplifting.
Exactly. So when they're in the fitting room, you know, obviously I have to. You check on people. So it would be like, oh, what are you thinking of that bra that you took in? I could always find you a really nice shirt to pair with that.
That's a policy?
Yeah, so that's always been a policy. And I don't know if anyone else works retail out there. If you guys, all 3 of my jobs so far have been the same policy. You can never just accuse somebody.
So you just let them walk out with it if they don't?
Basically, and then you have to report it.
Report it to authorities?
Well, yeah, like your loss prevention line. You can call the authorities. We actually had shoplifters in the Grove a few days ago.
You dealt with shoplifters?
Yeah, I've never seen it personally. I dealt with at Lululemon. They had in the big fitting room there was a drawer under the
under the bench. Yeah, there's a big seating area. Yes.
One day when I was working, I went to get something out of the bench. We used to keep things in there, and there was a whole bunch of sensors. Like somebody had been ripping off the sensors.
Holy crap! Okay.
And putting them in there. So that was theft. When I was at Lululemon, we got a call from the Bridgewater store, which they said that there was 2 women who had been frequenting their store that actually had frequented our store as well.
Oh, okay.
That they were known
repeat offenders.
Were known shoplifters, repeat offenders. You know, so to watch out for them if they came into our store. And sure enough, they did. And like, you know, you just got to keep on them. Like you can't leave them alone.
Oh, like a Korean liquor store.
Yep, you just got to fucking like hound them. And you know, it's annoying, but they're never gonna call you on being annoying.
See, the Koreans had it right, man. Follow people around.
And then
I mean, not don't profile people.
I think like my 3rd to last day at Athleta, I walked in, and my manager was like standing in the window, and she's like, "We saw a guy dropped off 2 guys, huge shopping bags."
Okay.
And they're going like store to store. So when
it's
you
like
get
when you Halloween, like
when
trick
you
or
get
treat.
out of the store a bag with like these 2 huge like shopping bags, you know. So it was just like making sure.
Now that I know that the policy is so lax, like I'm like 5-finger discount, man.
Yeah, it's you know. I
so
mean,
you can't like just it's like, hey, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that. Holy crap. That
I mean, some places,
I just want to.
Some places, if a manager sees you, a manager can stop you.
Yes.
But like usually, like an associate.
Holy
can't.
crap! I thought like they stop you at the door. Like, listen.
So now, if somebody,
I know you stole that.
If somebody like runs,
you're fucked.
If
I saw
somebody,
you.
yeah, if somebody, and
you can't
like I said,
you can't run and tackle them.
No. So if somebody like runs in and grabs all the stuff off like the front table, and then runs out the door, you can't chase them. Like, and it's ridiculous. That was like one thing at Lululemon where they told me, they're like,
my God,
if you see somebody stealing, you have to like tell the manager, but like we can't physically do anything. And you know, in a mall, you're kind of protected because you can call mall security. So like, say in a mall, say I'm at like
but there's
Bloomingdale's, and I steal something. Now I don't know how Bloomingdale's works. They might be able to stop you because it's
probably
a higher
not.
end.
They don't. It's in this litigious society, they're probably and people people are packing. Don't touch them. Okay.
So So, but I assume that in a mall, you'd be able to call mall security and say, like, listen,
they can.
I witnessed, because they're obviously,
their job,
certified to take people down and take.
Right, they'll hop on their Segways and what's his name, Kevin James will hop on a Segway and like take you down.
So it's kind of shitty. Like,
holy crap, that's so like, wow, that's pretty lax.
Yeah,
but I understand. Now, I just want to go on record that here at Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash, if you steal, we're gonna cut your nuts off.
Yeah.
I'm not using a knife. I'm gonna use like a Buddy Christ action figure.
I thought you were gonna use your teeth.
No, ew. No, I'm gonna use one of these podcast mics. Yeah, hit you over the head, and Mike's gonna grab Buddy Christ action figure, cut your nuts off. You try to steal it.
I mean, like that's like
you're going down if you're stealing.
That's like the thing too. Like that's one of
do not steal here.
That's like one of the things that they tell you. Like if you accuse somebody of stealing, and like say they're not stealing. Right. They could like sue you for like wrongful discrimination or something. But like say you accuse somebody of stealing and then you let them out of your sight for a second and they manage to take the product and like dump it.
Sure.
And then, they come back. So they legitimately could have been stealing and then they could still sue you for wrongful discrimination. Wow. Like, and that's the problem. Wow. That's my problem with lawyers. And that's probably actually why I don't watch Better Call Saul, because I fucking hate lawyers. I watch one law show and I kind of got roped into it, and I kind of fell in love with the characters.
Which one?
Suits.
Oh, okay. Suits is good.
My mother like loves all these fucking law shows. She watches all of them,
right.
And it's just like I fucking hate lawyers because a lawyer can spin anything. Well, I watched like a terrible fucking documentary.
These are TV lawyers.
No, but I watched like a terrible documentary the other day about like a little kid who was shot because he was transgendered. I said that, and like watching the lawyers, the defense lawyers,
try to defend them.
Yeah, it's just like lawyers are fucking worms.
Yeah, it's messed up.
And like the law is like a coloring book for fucking devious people. They can always get out of anything. So that's like the long short of it.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So, wow. I mean, there's got to be shoplifting going around all over the place now. And I know there are cameras. I'm sure there are cameras where you work. There are cameras here. There are cameras everywhere. And they still, I guess you still can't do much about it. I guess you can ID them. You call the cops.
Well, I mean, and even when I worked at Lulu and Bridgewater called down, and then they sent over the picture, like that's not allowed. Like it's not
really.
You can't do that. Like, and even my manager at the time was just like, they shouldn't have done that. But like, I mean, like obviously we're gonna keep it, but like they shouldn't have done that because
man, that ain't gonna fly here in Red Bank. Now here, that's not gonna fly. And I will take you down. Try to
take him down.
I might not be a big guy, but we got weapons in here. Don't shout it from Mike. Mike's got an arsenal.
Yeah.
Mike's packing.
Yeah.
He will shoot you in the ass with a crossbow.
There you go.
And Walt, you don't want Walt on your ass either. So, but there was one case of shoplifting in here, and not Mike's proudest moment, but I believe we had a Batman ring on display in here, and I don't know why, but the case was unlocked or something, and it got swiped. And if nothing, Walt knows every piece of inventory in here.
Yeah,
he will walk by a rack. You may have seen it. He'll walk by a rack, notice there was a hole, and be like, "Oh, we sold. We sold. Oh, where'd that Dark Knight Returns go?
Yeah,
did we sell it?" And Mike's like, "Yeah, we sold it yesterday." Like he knows where everything is.
Yeah.
So that ring is gone. I was like, "Did you sell that ring?" No. So it got lifted. 2 weeks later, kid comes in, Mike's working, tries to sell the ring back. And
who's stupid enough to do that?
Well, this kid was, but Walt wasn't here, Mike was here, and he was. By the time he realized that it was our ring, because he didn't realize at first, it was too late. Kid was gone. And Walt was still mad about that. I guess with good reason, but it was like it was early on when the store was open, and we were like, "Well, what do we do?" I think Mike knew it was the ring, but he was like, "Well, what do I do? Do I hit the guy over the head?
Like you really
tackle this kid? Do I call the cops? Like
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what do I do?" So I don't fault him for that. It was just like, well, what the, it still stings. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Oof.
Right down the street, our friend Ken, who runs Yestercades,
yes.
got cameras all over the place. He used to have games just sitting out. He's got every console in there. He had games sitting out, so he could put them in the console and play them. One day, a dude stole a bunch of them, and he caught him on camera, posted his photo up on Facebook. Somebody ID'd him. It was him and his 10-year-old son, which made it even worse. It's because he stole right in front of his, he stole right in front of with his kid present. And Ken called him. He recorded the conversation. I wish I had it. He was like, "Hey, I know who you are. I know what you did. You're a bag of shit. And if you don't return the games to me by midnight tonight, I don't care how. I'm going to call Child Protective Service. I'm going to tell them what you did.
Oh my God!
I'm going to have your kids taken away, and then I'm calling the cops, and you're going to jail. So
I guess he got the games.
Take your pick." Take your pick. And he gave him it was like the freaking OK Corral. Was like, I want him back by midnight or else. And sure enough, games were back by midnight. And not only that, but the funnier part was this dude, he went to like Hallmark and he picked up this card that said something like, no words can say how sorry I am. And he wrote a whole note in there about how bad he felt. He threw in two free movie tickets from the AMC movie theater to make up for it, and if I remember correctly on the phone call, because he recorded, like the dude broke down, he started crying. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
It was awesome. It was like, do not steal because you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So same thing here. We're gonna make you cry. And I think all stores should have this policy.
No, I agree completely. I remember
when
I worked.
Don't steal, man.
I remember cool. Lululemon was my first retail job. When they told me that if somebody stole, I couldn't chase them out the door and fucking tackle them. I was like, well, wait, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, you just let them go. And I'm like, that seems like the awful pussyfoot way around this.
Yes. Wes at Wag Unit asks, Ming, what does a stash do if women are caught stealing? Good question. Well, I guess I'd just have to call the cops then. I guess I'd have to.
You would take a picture with them first.
Yes, I'd take a picture with them, and then I would detain them somehow, and then call the authorities. I guess I couldn't tackle a female unless she looked like Ann Ramsey. Then it'd be okay, right?
Yeah. Gary W. Moore Jr. said, at my store, I don't know where he works, you ask if they need help or offer to hold an item for them. That's another way around, saying oh, I know, how's that bra working for you? If they're not in the fitting room.
Take it up
yeah,
front for
you?
I
saw you looking at these shirts,
right.
Or you use it when they walk away from the item,
wow.
You use the item that they're looking at and you say oh, well, this shirt would pair great with this other shirt that I just saw you looking at. Would you like me to hold them at the front desk for you? So you kind of try and get around it.
Right.
But a lot of people do know that even if they're kind of accusing you, they're not really accusing you, and there's
Is
nothing...
that code? Is that code for I think you're going to steal that?
Yeah, basically.
Because people ask me that all the time. I'm not a thief.
No, but that's
I've never
not
shoplifted.
That's
anything.
not
I don't think I've ever stolen anything in my life. I mean, there may have been some petty. No, I don't. I have never shoplifted.
No, asking if you could hold something karma. Isn't
Oh, okay, it's not code for you're going to steal that.
No, but if they think that you're being suspicious, okay. If you're not holding anything and they say
right.
Oh, can I hold your items for you? Then they know that you're shoplifting.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously,
okay.
it's in your bag already.
Right. Just crime don't pay, kids.
Yeah, crime
for your kids out there, you're thinking about maybe shoplifting. Don't do it.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Not good.
It's not good. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for enlightening me.
Yeah.
On
so
that.
no, Eddie Bauer is going great. I love it. I want to start doing really I mean, I always say.
Oh, you want to live the life?
I want to live my adventure now.
Okay.
So
is that the tagline? Live your adventure.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's their
cool.
hashtag. So yeah, no, I want to start rock climbing. I want to get
go
good
rock
at
climbing.
it.
Let's go rock climbing.
It was funny too. I was in LL Bean the other day, and they had like a beginner's archery kit, and I was like, dude, like let's go into the back of the apartment complex and fucking learn how to arch.
Learn how to. I don't believe it's called arch.
I call it arching.
Okay, let's arch.
Let's arch. So I was like, let's do this, and Alex is like, I don't think that's a wise idea. But no, so yeah, I wanna like do it all now.
Do you really want to do archery? There's a park system. There's a park nearby where like every Monday night you can go do archery for free, I think.
Let's fucking do it.
And I've been trying to get Mike to come down. I was like, dude, bring your crossbow. I'm sure it'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's like a range.
Well, like the thing, it's like an LL Bean, and it comes with like a little quiver and like an arrow, and it's like it's not a bad arrow set, and it's like for $129. And I'm like, dude, I can fucking do that.
We'll get. I think that's Mike's next purchase. We talked about it Friday. He's getting a regular bow like Green Arrow, and he's getting a compound bow like Rambo.
Well, I've always wanted a crossbow. Oh God. I've always wanted a crossbow.
You too?
Yeah, I've always wanted one. From way before Daryl Dixon.
Anybody want to take bets on who shoots who in the ass first? Like, does Mike shoot himself in the ass first, or do you?
We both shoot you in the ass.
Don't shoot me.
One arrow per cheek.
Oh God, that sounds painful. No.
Pew pew. So.
Let's go rock climbing. Let's go arch.
Well, I said, I was like, I texted you. I was like, dude, as soon as I have some fucking cash money, I want to go over to the indoor rock climbing place and do some bouldering.
Let's go. I got my harness in the.
Well, I don't want to do like the rock climbing. I would do the bouldering first. I want to get like really good at bouldering, because like rock climbing to me, like climbing straight up, isn't where I have like a fault. Like my fault is, when I have to like angle my body.
It's still climbing.
Like, no, it's still climbing. But like I feel like the bouldering was actually helping me kind of figure out how to do that. So it's a little easier,
All right, you want boulder? I'll boulder. I just like going up.
Yeah,
I like going up.
Well, yeah, obviously it's higher.
I want to be K2. I want to be Eddie Bauer or Mr. Kilimanjaro or whatever.
Well, it's funny too, because they, like looking at it, and I was like, I'm not much of like a snow climber. Like, I don't want to climb in the snow. I don't really like cold weather. So like, even if all my gear is going to keep me warm.
You don't even own a winter jacket.
Yeah, no. So even if like all my gear is going to keep me warm, like I'm really not like a snow person. Like that's kind of like whatever. I want to like hike, like I want to fucking like learn how to like rock climb the Grand Canyon, and then like be climbing with like my sister and my dad and like
your bro.
No, and then like suddenly like another climber falls and he takes us all down, and my father's hanging and he cuts the rope. And, sorry, that was Vertical Limit.
Yeah. You've been watching too much.
Yeah. I don't want my father.
As Mr. Miyagi said in Karate Kid, you too much TV.
You too much TV.
You too much TV.
So.
Wow. All right.
So we're gonna live our adventures.
Let's live the adventure.
And you're like my best gal pal. So.
I'm basically your gay friend. Yes.
Yes.
So. Yes.
So obviously you're gonna be with me.
Okay, fair enough. So. If you want to go, kayak. Are we going kayaking?
Yes.
Are we whitewater rafting and shit?
Yep. We're gonna do it all.
Okay. Live your adventure.
Yeah.
All right. Hats off to Eddie Bauer, wherever you may be.
Climbing a fucking mountain in the sky.
Heavens,
in the heavens.
In the sky.
So.
Yes.
Eddie and his wife Stein.
Stein.
Steinbauer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Okay. Real quick, we were talking about Chip Wilson, the founder of Lululemon. His wife's starting an offshoot company called Kitten Ace. Now, what they do usually when they start a company, they come up with their ideal customers.
Can we talk about how their ideal customers are actually us?
Well, they come with their ideal customers. They call them muses, and they have a whole description of who is who. Kit is a female character.
She's 29. She's
lives alone.
She does live alone. She's renting her first apartment, but is looking to buy.
Yes.
Which is kind of like me. I'm 29, renting my first apartment, looking to buy.
Okay.
And let me get the thing.
The description. I sent it to you.
I know. Yours was spot on, except the age.
Right. So Ace.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the kit.
Okay. Should be in your text because I texted it to you. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is.
I don't think yours had aces or kits in there though. I think it was just.
This is eerie. No, I think I had a little paragraph in there.
Hold on.
All right.
There it is.
Okay.
Kit, a 29-year-old single woman who is looking to buy her first apartment but is still renting. She works in a creative area like graphic design or fashion and loves to bike on the weekends. So you sent it to me because of Ace, but I'm like, dude, like Kit is really close.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Kit is really close.
Yes.
So Ace, the only thing that's off on mine is I do have a boyfriend. The only thing that's off on yours is the age.
Okay.
Ace is a 32-year-old, similarly groovy guy who drinks strong coffee, likes to go to breweries, and hangs out with his friends. He does CrossFit once a week and spins 3 times a week, loves brunch on the weekends. Like, dude, that is you. The only thing that's off is the age.
Yes.
The only thing that's off is the age. And I read that. I was fucking floored.
It's kind of funny, right?
I was just like, oh my God, we're Kit and Ace.
Yes.
We are,
except we are not. Now, this company, Kit and Ace, they specialize in $80 T-shirts.
Yeah, no, I looked at the clothes.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, if I'm going to be spending $80 for a T-shirt, I'm going to Lululemon.
Yeah, they're made of something called technical cashmere.
Yeah.
So I'm, listen, I've been known to, I get made fun of for buying $50 T-shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can go up to 80.
Well, it's funny, too, because like when I was reading about Kit and Ace, I got the impression that it was Lululemon for a slightly younger demographic, like 5 years younger.
Okay.
A little more professional because it's not like the bright colors workout gear.
They're a little muted.
But like I also thought that they kind of like pinned it as a little more affordable, and I was like, it's not. This is way worse than Lululemon.
$80. So I thought I just mentioned. I thought that was funny.
But yeah, no. When
we're muses,
we are.
People look up to people want to be.
I was just like, yeah, you said this to me because of Ace, but I was like, Alex, I was like, is this Ming or is this me? Because like I'm like a 29-year-old female.
We inspire people.
Loves to bike on weekends.
We inspire people.
Have to get my bike.
Yes,
so,
get your bike.
Well, it won't fit in my apartment, so we're gonna have to figure that out.
Get your bike. You want to talk about Kanye?
Oh yeah, did you watch the Grammys?
I didn't know. I was watching Walking Dead. I know it.
I didn't watch the Grammys.
I know the Grammys started before the Walking Dead, but
yeah, the only thing I like to watch is the red carpet, but I just DVR'd Fashion Police the next day to see the best looks.
Or I'll look online.
Yeah, I didn't care. I definitely didn't care about the Grammys. Like, I'm not really a music person. Like, the Oscars were like my strong suit.
No, our friend Sam Murillo, that's her Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and she covers it enough for both of them. Like, she was on the red carpet. Yeah. She was at the awards.
Yeah,
she was at the after
stunning.
party. She did look amazing.
Yeah,
she looked really good.
Love that dress.
Like it's fun seeing your friends like ba-bam.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
So
and she looked ba-bam.
So Kanye is infamous at the Grammys for a few years ago. Taylor Swift beat Beyonce for, I guess it was Best Album of the Year. Mm-hmm. And you know, Kanye, I don't know if he was giving the award or if he walked up on stage.
No,
he walked up on stage. Because I remember Taylor Swift said, and then all of a sudden Kanye was coming up on the stage, and I'm like, Kanye. So a few years ago, Kanye West came up on the stage, and he like grabbed the mic from her and said, "I'm gonna let you finish, but like, I think Beyonce deserves this album."
Yes.
Or this award for her album. So this year,
basically disrupting,
being disrespectful.
He rushed the stage.
So this year, Best Album of the Year went to Beck.
Okay.
And Kanye West was sitting like front row, I guess, and he walked up on stage, and then he put his hand up and he turned around and walked away. So now
does this again?
So now everyone's like, "Oh, is that like a joke?" Or, you know, what was Kanye doing? So after, I guess, E got a hold of him, whoever got a hold of him, and he said, you know, they were like, "Oh, you walked up on stage. Was that like, you know, to be funny?" And he's like, "Well, I have a clothing line and I have a daughter, so I'm not going to do anything crazy to jeopardize them.
Right.
But like, I think that Beyonce deserved to win again." And like, you know, Beck did it.
Let me see if this works here. I think I have this YouTube clip here.
Fresh off the boat.
After this ad here, Mike Zapsika.
Yeah, he's like fucking rocking it.
Play with them no more.
There you go.
Flawless Beyonce video, and Beck needs to respect artistry, and he should have given his awards to Beyonce. And at this point, we tired of it, because what happens is when you keep on diminishing art and not respecting the craft and smacking people in the face after they deliver monumental feats in music, you're disrespectful to inspiration, and we as musicians have to inspire people who go to work every day. It's gonna play with them. No.
All right.
Okay, so now.
So what's his underlying message here?
So
what's his underlying
hold
message
on.
here?
So Beck, in response to that, said like, "I love Kanye West.
Yeah, I want to be Kanye.
I want to be Kanye West."
I aspire.
Now I have nothing.
Took the high road.
I have nothing to say about Kanye West, whether he's creative. I mean, he's a rapper. You know, like obviously he's creating his own music.
Right.
You know, rap does take, as you well know, rap is hard.
Yes, it is very hard.
You know, and
I know I make it look easy, but it's not.
So now my question is, okay, so Beck wins. Now you might not be a fan of Beck. You might not be a fan of this album. Beck has like 9 albums or something. He also plays like 12 different instruments, like speaks 4 different languages.
Yeah, he mixes.
He mixes his own stuff.
Very good
he writes and composes all of his own music. Beyonce, I think I read a statistic that this album had 26 different writers.
Yes. Like 18 different producers. She doesn't play her own music.
She doesn't play. Yeah, there absolutely is like no real instruments in her music.
She's got the look.
So now I want to know
sing.
when and nobody's really asked Kanye this. Like everyone's just kind of beating around the bush. But what is this monumental artistry he's talking about with Beyonce? Because like I don't see it. I don't see it. Like if she's writing her own music, that's one thing. If she's playing her own instrument, that's one thing. But like, maybe you don't like Beck's music. Maybe, sure. I mean, like I'm not a huge fan of Beck. Do I think he deserved to win? Maybe not. Do I think he deserved to beat Beyonce? Definitely. Yes. So she's not writing her own music.
Yeah, here comes Kanye's #1 fan right now, though.
What?
Yes.
Do you think that Kim should be pissed off at Kanye? Like,
yes!
You want her dick. Get off her dick is basically what are you? Is he trying to rep her? Does he want to be her PR manager? Is that what it is? I think he's kind of. First off, was he sober?
I think so.
Because he was really fucking drunk the last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, well, and here's the thing, though.
It's an absolute douche move, right?
But they even said that like when he walked up to the stage, I guess like the camera panned to Beyonce, and like she looked fucking horrified.
Yeah, like dude, she was like, no, don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it, not again.
Like and that's like my thing though. Like and like the wife, Kim Kardashian, she like laughed about it, and I'm like, this is your husband.
Yes.
This is the role model for your child.
Right.
Like, is this who you want your husband to be? Like this fucking like crazy guy?
Well, he's a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, like obviously.
I mean, just a piece of. I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how badly he can fucking squash me. Send a fucking pack of ninjas down here to eviscerate all of us.
Yes.
Sorry, you're just because.
Leave us out. Leave us out.
But what a piece of shit.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm not a fan of Beck's music. Do I think that Beck should have beat Beyonce? Hands down. I don't think Beyonce should ever be nominated for that. Well, she's not writing her own music.
Right. But here's the thing. Beck is Beck. The only thing I know Beck from is Futurama.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
So.
But like he is an artist. She is a pop singer.
Right. And wait a minute, isn't Kanye? I mean, I know he's like a mogul and sorts of shit.
He is.
But doesn't he just rip off other people's lyrics and put it to rap?
In a way, yes.
In a way, yeah.
So he's basically trying to justify his own.
Well, like, existence. And it's just like it's funny too because like he's not saying that like I deserve to win. He's like pimping it for Beyonce. Like again, like what is the fucking obsession with Beyonce? Like, and I was watching like I guess I was watching the Fashion Police this morning, and like they were kind of talking about her dress and how like they didn't like it and they expected more from Queen Bee.
Right.
And I'm like, who the fuck made her the queen? Like, her and Jay-Z are not the queen and king of the fucking world. Like, they're both but like douchebags.
You know what? I personally, the fact that she's like, sitting there face palming whenever Kanye does that shows me that she's not class. Yeah. And she's just like.
But like
But you would expect someone. If I were anyone who was nominated for anything in a category with Beyonce, I would hire a dude with a spear gun
to
hobble him.
Yes.
If he fucking comes anywhere near the stage, shoot him in the leg.
Exactly.
Right. Nancy Kerrigan.
Exactly.
Give her a Nancy Kerrigan.
Wear a scuba mask because I want it to look really fucking cool.
All right.
So,
yes.
Mike Zapsik.
Right there, he's down. He will probably crawl up those stairs.
Oh God, yeah. He completely
would.
He's
so entitled and so self-important. He's a self-important pile of shit.
Exactly. Like who? Like I just like. I mean, like, I hope Beyonce's paying him a lot of money to PR for her because, like...
She doesn't have to.
Yeah, like, it's true. Like, it's just, like, to me, like, if I were fucking, like, Jay-Z, I would call Kanye up today and be like, stop making my wife look bad because you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because, like, Beyonce, you know, whether or not she thought she should win, she didn't fucking say it.
Yeah.
You know, she clapped when Beck got the award. You know, like,
of course.
whether or not she thought she could win, she's fucking raking in millions of dollars. That fucking Grammy means nothing to her.
Of course not. She's there to up her profile.
Yeah, like,
and for this guy to go and be like, you know what, Beck, you best be respected.
you have to give your award.
Like, why doesn't Beyonce have like 80 Grammys?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's alright.
She's
okay
good.
I just like
and Beck has this one.
If I was like next year, if I was like a famous singer and I was nominated for a Grammy, like I would just go up there and be like, even if she wasn't nominated, I'd be like, Beyonce, do you want
Yeah,
this?
seriously, before Kanye comes up and bitch slaps me, can I give this to you?
Can
Yes.
I just
You
give
want
this to you?
Yes, here,
It's like,
take
dude,
it.
What a pile of shit. So
Yeah.
Kanye West, is he going to be on their reality show?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, sure. If he hasn't,
He's a self-promoting
Right.
pile of
Probably.
fucking rectum leakage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great.
All right.
I love Kanye.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your Mike Zapsik minute.
Yes.
Mike Zapsik rant.
Mike Zapsik rant.
I love it. Yeah, no, it's
Friday on the SModCo Morning Show, we were discussing who's worse, Kirk Cameron or Kanye West. Stay
Kanye
tuned.
West.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Kanye West.
Stay tuned. So
Yeah.
yes, he is a pile of shit.
Yeah, no, like it's just
It's
like
not cool. Don't.
when I heard that and like I watched the clip, I was just like, man, like, and it was funny too because like they like everyone was saying like, oh, like, you know, the Grammys have been kind of tame this year, like there
Right.
really hasn't been anything wild going down. Madonna didn't make out with any females, like, you know, it's been kind of tame. But then they got to like best album of the year, and like everyone knew it was gonna be amazing.
Yes.
And sure enough, it was.
Yeah, but don't be in it. Like, don't rush the stage.
Yeah.
It's not even cool anymore.
No, it's not.
It's not even cool. It was
Not.
cool back in the '90s, like
Not even.
MTV Movie,
Yeah.
MTV Awards.
Yeah.
Then all right, it was. You know what?
So
don't-
now Taylor Swift and Beck are part of an elite group of people who've
Elite?
been dissed by Kanye West
elite.
and should give their awards to Beyonce right away.
I don't know about elite. Yeah, I don't. The word elite.
I'm just saying they're
A
part.
rare group,
they're,
yes.
They're part of this group above us all that have these awards that should be given to Beyonce. I mean, next time I run a marathon,
Yes.
maybe I have to figure out a way to like put my medal in an envelope and send it to her.
Okay.
Is that maybe that's what we all need to do now?
All right.
Every time we win an award, I shouldn't have eaten that donut. That donut was you know like an award for me this morning. I should have packaged that donut up and sent it to Beyonce or
Yes.
Kanye West to give to her.
Right.
That's what we all need to do.
I mean, these donuts are so good, they deserve an award.
Exactly. But
Broad
that
Street-
award should not go to the Broad Street Dough Company.
It should go to Kanye and
It
Beyonce.
should go to Beyonce.
Okay. All right. Well, in this case, a donut is your award.
Yes.
Yes.
I just hope, actually, my main hope is at the Oscars, somebody dedicates their award to Beyonce. Like, I just want somebody up there like, this one's for Beyonce, and
Yes.
like walks off.
All right.
That's what I would do.
All right. Speaking of douches,
Douches.
I want to present a scenario to you. You tell me what you think. So I was here in Red Bank Saturday night. I was with my wife. Thank you very much. We were out. We were here. The Impractical Jokers were doing a live show at the Count Basie Theater.
Yes.
And we were looking for a place to eat beforehand. Now, I didn't realize this, but Red Bank on Saturday night at 6 p.m. packed.
Yeah, no shit.
I had no idea. So I'm going to, I think about going next door here. I'm not going to give them their name, but they're packed. No space at the bar. Try to go to a couple other places. No, also packed. Hour wait. Maybe hour and a half. I walk into a place across the street called the Bistro. Stick my head in the door, look at the hostess. I'm like, hey, how long is the wait for two people? They're like, oh man, hour, maybe hour and a half. I'm like, all right, and I'm about to leave. Owner of the restaurant is there. I didn't see him before. Turns around. Actually, he didn't even turn around. He looks at me, starts waving me in. She's like, oh, all right, I guess you're good. And we let back. We get a table.
That's totally a dick move.
We get a table. Now, you asked, you asked me, well, I must be a fan of the show, right? Not exactly. We play poker here during the season when we're shooting. We play weekly, and he has been part of these games for 2 years now. So we know each other through poker. Now we're friends. I didn't know he was going to be there, but he was there, and as such, I got a table.
Yeah, that's a dick move.
got to skip the hour wait.
That's a dick move.
Is that a douche move?
Yeah.
Why?
Because people are online waiting, and you took somebody's fucking table. They were probably just about to call somebody up for their table of 2
Hey,
dinner.
man, you didn't earn it though. I earned it.
How the fuck did you earn it? Because you
We're,
invite him to poker?
We're friends, yeah. We're homie. I would hook him up just the same. And I will, because we help each other out. Why is that a douche move?
Because you took somebody who was waiting for a table. You took their fucking table.
Too bad.
I'd be pissed.
You would be pissed?
No, okay, I'm gonna spin it on you.
Okay,
what if
spin it.
Alex and I were the name that they were gonna call?
I would let you have it first. I would take the next one.
But you wouldn't know.
Well, too bad. Then that ain't my fault.
No,
That
I'm
ain't
sorry.
my
That's
fault.
like a dick move.
You wouldn't help your own friends out? You have a restaurant. It's packed. And your friends come in. You would make them wait?
I would take the paying customer. Not that you didn't pay,
Okay.
but I would take the paying customers who sought out my restaurant first for their dinner and have been waiting patiently.
You would make your friends wait. People that you know and have gone to battle with, and people you've known for maybe a year or so, or more. You would make them wait? No, come on. You take your friends first, no matter what.
Well,
Screw the average, average Joe.
Well, it's the average Joe who's going to keep coming back.
Does it suck? Yes. Yes, of course it sucks.
It's the average Joe who's going to keep coming back. So now
I keep coming back.
Say that person was standing right there, and you took their table.
Right. Okay.
Now that person's probably going to be less likely to go back to dinner at the bistro, knowing that at any given time some D-list celebrity could walk in and get a fucking table before me.
It wasn't based on celebrity. It was based on poker buddy.
That's even worse. It's like nepotism.
No, man, you always take care of your friends, man.
That's like nepotism.
I do not. I didn't feel bad in the least.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't feel bad in the least. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I wanted your opinion. And obviously, my wife felt the same way. She was like, "Wow, I feel kind of bad."
Yeah, because your wife is a normal person.
I know, and I was like, "I don't." I don't.
Yeah, because you're an asshole.
I don't feel bad.
You're an asshole, and your wife is normal.
Not an asshole. Just sometimes you take care of your friends first. So same thing. I would take care of him.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I would just. I don't know. I would have been smart enough to know not to go to a restaurant that was crowded.
They were all crowded.
Okay, so then you make a reservation.
I didn't think I would need one. I never.
Yeah, because you're a celebrity.
You think I just slide in wherever I want
and
to?
Snap your fingers, or in the middle of a snowstorm, you could text message your nearest bartender, and he'll keep the bar open for you.
Sure. Well, hey man, that's what
I think
friends
this
are
celebrity
for.
has gone to your head. Mike Zapsik, do you agree?
Come on. No way.
Mike Zapsik agrees with me.
Hey man, ain't gonna last forever. Take advantage.
Exactly.
Do I want it to be like this always?
Life is gonna be real brutal for you one day.
It was when it all comes crashing down.
Yeah, when it all comes crashing down.
I'm gonna have to wait in line again. I'm gonna have to wait for a table.
When you call your first con and you say like, "Hey, my name is Ming Chen from Comic Book Man.
Ming Chen who?
I was hoping I could come to your pod or your con this week."
Yeah,
and they say, "Who? I don't know you. Sorry." Click. Stop calling us. Life is going to be real brutal for you one day.
I'm taking advantage of now when they're like, "Oh, you won't come? All right, come on down. You're the next contestant."
Yeah.
On the con is right. All right. Well, I just wanted your opinion on that. Big hats off to Brian Quinn. Went to the show on Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was great. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was really funny. It was them doing comedy. It's like a 4-person stand up.
Yeah.
I would say intermixed with like unseen clips from the show. It was a really good show. Brian Johnson showed up. Get him. Steve Dave showed up. It was fun. It was fun. And then so we got there. I had tickets held for me. Again, taking advantage of a friendship.
Obviously, taking advantage.
Taking seats that paying customers may have been clamoring for because it was a sold out show.
Exactly.
Taking advantage, and inside were wristbands, and they said M&G on them. And I'm like, "What's M&G stand for?" I was like, "Oh, Ming and Guest." And my wife was like, "Oh, great, I'm guest again."
Oh.
It was not Ming and Guest. M&G stood for meet and greet. It was a meet and greet afterwards.
Ming and Guest. God, you're a terrible man.
I know.
You're a terrible man.
It's awful, right? It's awful.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
God,
awful,
Debbie, leave him. No,
awful.
Don't leave him. Wait until the money
awful.
stops coming and then leave him. And then get alimony from him.
Yeah. It's awful, right? It's awful. So after the show, we went down. They were letting in friends and family in first. There was this green room underneath Count Basie, so I was hanging out down there.
Leather and mayonnaise?
There was leather. I didn't see any mayonnaise. So it was leather and beer.
Okay.
I was down there. So I got to congratulate Quinn and Sal and James, and I didn't see Joe down there, but it's good. It was good seeing those guys. And so and then I was hanging out there with Johnson for a little while. It was fun.
Nice.
It's fun. I hadn't seen him in a while.
Since like the other day when we were here.
That was a week ago.
Yeah.
I asked him about his cat. It's like, your cat ever come back? He's like, no. So
yeah, he was saying he's probably just gonna get.
He did. They got another one.
Oh, nice. Where'd they go?
They went to some pet store or something.
Okay.
They may have taken your suggestion.
Yeah, they should. What does the cat look like?
It's white with black spots. It's a cool look. It's a nice looking kitten.
Huh, what did they name it?
Mr. something. I don't know, Mr. Squiggles or something. It was Sage chose the name, or like Princess Mitchell or something. It's a name a 9-year-old kid came up with.
Oof.
It's her cat. It's it's like Princess Mitchell or something.
Oof.
Or Princess Nathan. I know it's Princess and like a dude's name. But the picture I saw, like the cat was in their presence. They were holding the cat.
They were holding the cat.
The cat was in the house.
Nice.
So hopefully it stays that way.
Fucking crazy cat.
Yes. So Valentine's Day, Saturday.
It is.
You're in love?
I am in love.
You have a boyfriend? Do you have grand plans for Valentine's, or are you guys just like, eh?
I actually don't even know what our plans are. Might just like stay home with the cat. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's either stay home and celebrate yourself, or go to a place where they charge like 10 times as much.
Well, I mean, if I'm you, I could just apparently go swing my penis around and get in.
There ain't no kids in here.
I was just making sure.
I think these guys can handle the word penis.
I was just making sure there's no children here.
Oh my god, this guy's shocked. He's leaving. He's out of here.
Yeah. So apparently, if I'm Ming Chen, I could just go in for my penis on the
He's
table.
Out of here. Oh, by the way, guys, while you're here, do not shoplift. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, don't shoplift.
No shoplifting. They'll cut it off.
We have a different policy than
they'll cut it
regular
off.
Stores. We'll cut off your penis. Or cut your penis off. If
so yeah, apparently, if I'm Ming Chen, I could just go slap my dick on the table and get a table anywhere.
Well,
but unfortunately, I'm not Ming Chen. I would have to make a reservation.
You come with me on a double date on Valentine's Day.
No, I don't want a double date.
You want a double date?
No.
That'd be fun.
I feel bad for your wife as it is.
Why?
Why?
Why
I have a laundry list of why I feel bad for poor Debbie.
Why do you feel bad? I get the finest tables in Right Bank's finest restaurants, such as the Bistro. I have great taste in donuts and
coffee. Do me a favor. Yes. If I tell you I'm going somewhere for Valentine's Day, don't show up 5 minutes before me and take my table.
Oh, okay.
How about that? How about you don't do that to me?
Okay, I won't do that.
What'd you say, Mike?
Yeah, I'm finding out where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Stealing your table.
Exactly.
I'm totally stealing your table. So you have no grand plans then?
No.
Have you ever been wined and dined and taken out to freaking fancy ass restaurant? And
oh yeah, no.
Long stem roses. Did you laugh it off? It was why'd you spend all this money?
Usually, I don't really like flowers that much because they just die.
Right.
I actually was a huge fan. My ex-boyfriend always used to get me an edible arrangement.
With a fruit.
Yeah, those things were fantastic. But actually, this one time, it wasn't a Valentine's Day thing, but this guy, I had met him at my gym. He was really good looking, and he had been asking me out. And finally I said okay.
Okay. So why to impress you then?
And I really honestly can't remember his name. He left no impression on me. He left no impression on me. He brought me to Ash's next door.
Yeah, Ash is a former high-end restaurant here in Red Bank.
He brought me to Ash's and opened my door and helped me out of the car and got me flowers, and I was just dude, over the time, and the entire dinner he talked about himself, how how amazing he likes to treat his women and this and that, and I was just dude, you're not getting any tonight. I'm probably probably gonna pick a different time to go to the gym from now on. Thanks for inconveniencing my life.
Right. So that doesn't impress you.
No, it doesn't.
All right. See, this is why we would never work then.
Yeah, no,
because that's all I do is talk about how great I am.
Exactly.
And how
and take people's tables.
Wait, so you're at Ash's then? You're rolling your eyes. Did you get the 7-pound lobster?
No, I got like a steak dinner though.
Okay.
Like obviously, like there's nothing cheap over there. It wasn't like I picked like
No.
a salad.
No, your dinner for two. You're going over a Cino. You need to bring a Benjamin.
Yeah. So like no.
That's without sides. You want
Yeah.
sides? Bring another
Yeah,
Benjamin.
and he like what was funny too because like he got like a bottle of wine and like this and that.
Yeah,
I was
did he sniff the cork? It's like
I was just like, give me a fucking break, buddy. Like you.
Oh really?
You're a
He
douchebag.
tried and you laughed at him.
Yeah, I was just like, give me a break. Like I told him I was like,
Wow.
I'm not that girl. And like that was the
Okay,
thing.
right.
He was a rock climber, and he was just like, I think like this weekend we should go to Eastern Mountain Sports. I'll get you all rock climbing gear.
Wow.
And I really should have taken him up on
You
that.
should have. You
But,
could have
like,
had a harness.
But like, see, I'm not the person who takes advantage of people.
Right.
So yeah, like I could have had like a harness and shoes, and he like really wanted to take me rock climbing. But like the idea of rock climbing with this douchebag, like I would have thrown myself off the cliff. Like when I got to the top of
This
it,
man's life.
if I had to hang out with him.
Yes. The West Swag Unit. Princess Mitch. Yes, Princess Mitch. I was half right. Well, I was like 3/4 right.
Yeah,
Princess Mitch is
you
the
just
name of the
added
new
some
cat.
extra syllables.
L.
to it.
Yeah, I added the L. Princess Mitch is the name.
Um,
Well, that's nice. You didn't. You can see past. You can see past that.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't.
Yeah. No. So
A lot of people would have taken the rock climbing gear and just grit.
I mean, I definitely am kicking myself now. I could have been like, man, I could have been like living my adventure all these years.
It
but
didn't come without a price, though.
Yeah, no. Like I would have had to sleep with him, and I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
Like I mean, like you would have loved to sleep with him for rock climbing shoes. But,
Sure. I'm not above that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm above that.
Exactly.
Will that get me a table quicker? Then yes, I'll do it.
Yeah. Just. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Lastly, Comic Book Man returns February 15th.
Yes.
Now, since we didn't come back last week, but we do have 8 episodes filmed and in the can. I was wondering how they're going to handle that last dangling episode.
Yeah.
Well, now I know they're running 2 new episodes back to back this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty cool,
So
huh?
it's like an hour of Ming
I know, an
Chen's
hour. We're back
face
to
on my TV.
A lot of people have been clamoring for the hour-long episodes again. Well, here you go. They're just 2 half-hour episodes, but I thought that would be actually cool if they did that.
What, hour-long episodes?
Not hour. We had hour-long episodes our first season.
Yeah.
And a lot of people loved them. I
Yeah.
think it kind of gave us time to be goofier and kind of a little more, not story development, but you got to see more us,
Yeah.
basically.
Sometimes I don't want to see more of you.
Right, but a lot of people did. A lot of people wanted. I do not think we're ever going back to the hour-long episodes. They kind of like a half hour is like a sitcom.
Yeah.
It's just enough where it seems like it's gone. It ended quick.
Yeah.
And you want more, so it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun to have like the new episode and then play maybe the episode from last week.
Yeah.
After that'll be fun. But these are 2 brand new episodes, kids.
2 brand new
Coming
ones.
at you February 15th at midnight after The Walking Dead.
Yeah, so make sure
Comic
you
Book Man.
tune in.
Tune in. Watch
Yes.
Ming steal tables from people and act a fool
Be a
and
dick.
strip down. And aren't we all dicks then?
Yeah.
All 4 of us?
So we do have to end the show on a sad note.
Yes, we do. But somebody we want to help
somebody,
out. Good friend of ours.
Yeah, a very good friend of ours. There was a fire in
Massive fire in our neighboring town of Ocean Grove.
Ocean Grove, beautiful town.
Yes. And
very antique looking buildings.
Yeah, a lot of history.
Yeah, I almost had an apartment there.
Yeah, I threw my 39th birthday party there.
Exactly, a
It's great.
lot of history. It's beautiful. My ring that I love so
Yeah,
much
from Ocean
that
Grove.
lived at Ocean Grove for quite a long time. And the particular person we're talking about, she's a very talented yoga instructor, but beyond being a very talented yoga instructor, she's probably one of the nicest girls I've ever met.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She comes from a great family.
Yeah.
And she's always looking at the happiness in life. She's always looking at, the positive. She's a great person.
Yeah,
and
not only that, her mom is awesome too.
yeah, she
Mom was
actually.
amazing.
I actually had the pleasure of when I worked at Lululemon photographing her and her mom for a Mother's Day.
It's a great photo shoot.
Yeah,
by
it
the
was
way.
it was
Just-
probably my best photo shoot. Actually, when I mentioned this to one of my friends who doesn't know her personally, I said, I was like, remember that really great picture I took for Mother's Day? And they were like, I mean, the whole photo shoot
Yeah.
was amazing. I had so many pictures
It's like
from
that's
it.
them. It's like,
Yeah,
oh my
and they were
God.
like, so there was a huge fire in Ocean Grove, and a few businesses lost their businesses.
Right.
A few people lost their apartments. She was one of them.
Not only did she lose everything,
She probably, because there is still that little ounce of hoping.
yes,
She
but
lost her dog.
Lost her dog. Her dog was in the apartment when it was on fire.
And
Now,
no one knows if maybe The dog's name is Buddha.
Yeah, he got out.
No one knows if maybe he got out. And
it's not looking good, unfortunately.
Obviously, he's a very friendly dog, so people were posting around the Facebook and the Twitter that, if you find this dog, probably friendly, probably will follow you right into your house.
Right.
He has an owner, unfortunately no one's come forward.
Right. So, it's absolutely awful.
Yeah, so she lost everything, and she lost her dog.
Right.
And she is just deflated.
Understandably so.
Understandably so. Like, and her mother, just following like her mother, and Danielle talking through her mother, basically. Like, the whole family is kind of just in shock. These are people who are yoga to their core, are karma to their core, and I don't think they necessarily understand why this happened to them.
They're just good eggs all around.
Yeah, and just, it's like a terrible situation. I mean, like, you always want to look at
it's like, why can't this happen to Kanye, man? But,
you always want to look at the positive of a situation, but like, just the sadness of her being at work and coming home and finding out she lost her best friend and she lost her dog. There is a GoFundMe account for her. There actually are two of them, for her and her dog.
Yeah. No, we'll be keeping you updated. I think with holding various fundraisers, and I'll be helping out as much as I can.
Yeah, I would.
We will.
Yes.
Be helping as much as we can.
So yeah, we'll post the link sometime later today.
Okay.
But even if you just donate like $5 to her, she lost everything.
$5.
Well, I'm saying, like.
Yeah, no, dude, chugging $5. You're like, no, that'd be great.
Yeah, like, she lost everything. She lost. I mean, look at your pets. Like, look at, like, it's so easy for me to like talk about my dog and taking it to the vet to get a cyst removed. It's so easy for me to talk about like my cat waking me up by like playing with my hair, and
I couldn't imagine.
She doesn't have that. She posted this beautiful post the other day about how all she wants to do is be home in her bed, in her room with her dog under the blankets, breathing heavy, making her like sweat completely. And it was such a true moment of like, I know what it's like when my dog is under my covers, like making my body super hot.
Right.
And she doesn't get that again. At least not for she doesn't get that ever again with her best friend.
Sucks, absolutely.
But even when she gets another dog, because I know she will, even when she rescues another animal, it's not going to be the same as having Buddha with her.
No.
It's going to be a different dog. It's going to be a different relationship. And for those of you who have pets, like, even if you just donate $5, like, think about what it would be like if you lost that guy so unexpectedly.
Yeah.
So
awful. So
yeah, I like
we'll
when I
post
realized
the links later.
When I realized what happened, I like cried profusely for like at least like an hour. Like, I just like kind of sobbed because I was really so sad. Like, we all take our pets for granted at points of our life.
Yeah, but to lose it in this manner is
like imagine
really awful.
coming home from work and finding out that everything you ever had was gone.
Yeah.
So it's just terrible. Sorry to end the show on such a bad note, but there always is a way to turn this into something beautiful. I know Danielle's going to. I know Rose is going to, and
people. That's just kind of people they are.
With any help, we could all help be part of this recovery that they're going to have. So,
all right, thank you for that.
Yeah.
And we'll post the links later.
Yes, we'll post some links.
Yes. All right. Anything else? Well, I guess I'll just mention this thing to end off. My mom's been calling me nonstop for the last 2 days. I hate talking on the phone, so I'll usually when she calls me, I'm driving.
Yeah.
So I won't pick up. I don't want to get a ticket. But we were just getting coffee before the show. She called. I like to pick it up while we're doing the show too.
Yeah.
Which I wish I would have done. So I thought maybe something was wrong by the fourth time she tried to call me. So I picked up. And I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? She's like, oh, nothing. We're in Key West. She called me to brag that she was in Key West. And that she was telling me that they were supposed to fly back today, but the flight got overbooked. So she took they give you the voucher to stay another day.
Yeah. And
I'm like, well, how much was the voucher? It was like $200-300. She's like, no, $1,300 a person. I'm like, well, hell yeah, you take that.
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't gotta be nowhere. You guys are retired, man.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? Like, they're basically getting paid to stay in Key West for another day.
Yes.
So I'm like, take that down. Then my mom starts telling me how awesome it is there and how I should go down there one day. And I think she was calling me to rub it in.
Yeah. Well, that's good because
thanks, Mom.
You rub it in so frequently.
Thanks, Mom. She deserved it. Yeah. She deserves Key West for another day. But I can't remember if I told you when I was in San Francisco. I didn't tell her I was in San Francisco. And did I tell you this? Where I stopped telling my mom whenever I travel because she was getting on me for traveling so much.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell her. But what happened was I posted a photo on Instagram. My parents don't follow me, but one of my little cousins does.
Okay.
And he told my aunt out. So he outed me basically.
Yeah.
Got back to my mom. My mom calls me like, "What the hell are you doing in San Francisco?" Just like that. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm caught, but you know.
Well,
I wish I would have recorded that conversation. We just need to have a minute. You just call my mom every episode.
Yeah, no, we should.
The Ming Chen mom minute. I don't know, but all right.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this show. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you, Broad Street Dough Company, for the wonderful donuts.
Yes, thank you for the donuts. Thank you.
We love you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, Rook Coffee, for fueling us. Thank you, Mike Zapsik. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will be back next week with another exciting episode of the Sam and Ming Show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Thank you, everybody. And screw you, Kanye, right?
Yeah, screw Kanye.
Screw Kanye. All right. See you later, everybody.
Bye-bye.
This has been a production of SModCo Internet Radio.